here! Thanks for the follow. Let me see if this stuff's working. I've got a new chat, so I just got to test that it's working, that I set it up correctly. It always seems to take a while to pop up. It's something weird with that. Nothing yet. Test. Oh, that's working. Widget. Chat box. Copy it. Copy. It's not working. Why isn't it working? Three people in there. Oh, there it goes. No, it is working. Oh, I hate the random colours that seem to go on. Why is that green? Can I fix this? It's fucking green. Text, I can set text color, I can't set username color. Why is that? It looks like garbage. Oh, custom HTML. Here we go, CSS. Now we're talking. Let's have a look. Message badge. Name. There's no colours for name. Body. Background. Font weight, font size. Colour. Text colour. How do I specify the colour on the name? Animation. I'm gonna have to look into this another time. I can't. There's no easy way to change the name color, but it looks terrible, like that crappy green. Other than that, it is working. All right, let's talk about trailer. I'm still bugged by that. Unfortunately, I'm still bugged by that color. There's nothing I can do about it, I don't think. Text color's decent. I'm gonna go with white. Let's see how that goes. All right. You think all that was killed in the trailer will be dead throughout the story? Hi Deception, how's it going, mate? Oh, that's weird. Why is that cut off like that? It was working before. Now it's being weird. What happened? It's changed. What happened? Sorry. Part of the reason that going on here was I wanted to get this chat right as well. I've built this new layout for reactions. And I just want to save it. The only way I can work on the chat is if I'm live, unfortunately. I get a lot of trouble with the chat. Like, it just disappears like that. It just vanishes. Where the fuck's it gone? Like, what the fuck? Hey, man, how's it going? Why is there a big space like this? What is going on with this crap? Let me see if I can fix something here. Layout. Enhance resize. Fuck me dead. I have to cut crap the left side. How do I make this fucking wrap? How do I not fucking age? Oh, believe me, I age. I just always keep the same look, that's all. Let's cut that off. Oh, I can't have it cut off. I need it to... Oh, you don't use this. That's what it is. Let me fix this again. I've got to start again. Sorry, I'm just fixing the chat, guys, and we'll get into it. That's it. You got to use that. Fuck. Good, it's wrapping. That's what I want. Excellent. That's about it. See, I hate the way it doesn't line up like that. Why the fuck's it do that? And now the names are all cut off. Oh shit. We can make this wrap a bit more. Ah, that's what we want to do. I think. This isn't working. I can't get this right how I want it. I want to be able to see the names and the text. I want them to go onto our next line, and it's not doing that. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It seems to cut the names off first. Man, I'm going to have to look into this. This is so friggin' annoying. I'll bring this font size down. I increased the font size to make it easier, but I think maybe that's too big. Let's go to 18. Trailer looks sick. Good to see you back. Thank you. Hey, Terry, mate. How's it going? Terry is a legend, giving us lots of insight into Japanese mythology in the later MK games. Yeah, it's going good, mate. I watched your game collection from years ago again last week. Thanks, man. I think that's... Oh, the text is... The names are purple now. That's good. It's better than that ugly green before. I might just leave that for now. I've got to work on this chat box thing. Unfortunately. Sorry, it's cutting your names off. I don't know how to... I sort of want the names and then the text. But I want it to wrap... Anyway, the options here are very limited. Yeah. These pre-rendered trailers don't work on me anymore. I've outgrown them. I need gameplay. Well, you might get gameplay soon, man. Like, it's a pretty, it's a crunch period. Ed Boon said last night it's like 4 months till a game comes out, so they're going to be dropping shit like every week, man. I reckon. If it's not in a week, it's going to be at least every fortnight. There'll be like a combat cast or something, I reckon. That's a guess. That's not confirmed. You know. A few things coming up that might have stuff. Really, yeah. I saw a few things on Twitter today, like things like key rings from Brazil and some. There's already some merch floating around that's going to be coming out. Some stuff and things like that. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this layout actually. It's looking pretty good. I just got to fix that text box. If I can fix that text box, I'll be really happy. To have it like in that space. I want the name on a separate line. Maybe I gotta do a CSS script. I gotta go back into the coding. Do you think the gameplay at PS Showcase or First Combat Cast? It might be at PlayStation Showcase. It'd be a good time to show something, and I know Ed definitely is a Sony fan a lot. Even when you see him post stuff when he's watching stuff at home. I mean, I see the Sony TV. I assume he's like a Sony fan. I know he's had a good relationship with Sony over the years with Mortal Kombats and exclusives. So if you put all that together, I assume, they've probably got something planned. If it's not gameplay, it might just be they might talk a bit about a new character, or they might show the same trailer but a little bit of extra information. It's generally how it goes. Yeah, how's it going, Jacob? I was going over this trailer tonight, or today, I should say, and I think from the video that Ed did last night, that gave me a little bit of information. I stayed up. That was 3 a.m. my time, by the way, and I was tired, and I stayed up, and it was 10 minutes long. I wasn't very happy. I thought it was going to be maybe half hour or something, but fuck me. Stayed up for that. Anyway, Ed said in that this is a fresh Mortal Kombat game. This does not continue on from MK11. Now, it's pretty confusing because Fire God Liu Kang was a thing that happened at the end of it. What was it? I can't even forgotten what the game was called. What was it? MK11. Was it Aftermath? The add-on. I by the way, I've only ever played that once. The time I streamed it, I've never played it again. So I probably should refresh myself, honestly. But at the end of that, Liu Kang gets all the Raiden powers, and that's why I was very confused last night. I thought Raiden died. Maybe he didn't die, but it gave his powers to Liu Kang, and then Fire God Liu Kang was born, right? I don't remember what happened to Fujin. If you guys can refresh my memory on Fujin, I can't remember shit about Fujin. You know what I mean? I need to play the game again. Anyway, Ed said that this game is a new game. It does not continue on from MK11. It does not. Okay? So even though we have characters from MK11, Fire God Liu Kang, we saw at the end of that timeline, they've taken Fire God Liu Kang, put him into a new type, let's just say it's a totally independent story, is a better way to put it. It does not continue on from that previous story. This is like humble beginnings. Liu Kang is Fire God. He lives in a little village, somewhere in Earthrealm. It looks very reminiscent to the storylines of Mortal Kombat 1, which is funny because this is called Mortal Kombat 1, but I'm talking the original Mortal Kombat, where, he was a Shaolin monk. It's Little Village definitely has that sort of thing going on. Hey, how's it going, MK Dan? And basically, it looks like they're just telling a whole new story. And I feel like when you think about cameo fighters and all this stuff that they've announced, I've sort of had a chance to sort of think it all through. I feel like they're going for a really in-depth story with this game, and more so than the previous ones. Right? The previous ones, you had the Mortal Kombat fighting game and the story mode. I feel like, I don't want to say it this way, but it feels like this to me, and maybe I'm wrong. It feels like to me that this game, the story mode, is more of a thing than the fighting game. Does that make sense? So it feels like you are going to play this very immersive story mode. It might be really big. They've been working on this game a long time. Like maybe like a really big conquest mode, or even like a story mode that's double or triple maybe even what we've had before in previous games. And when you play that story mode, when you play as those characters, which is what Ed said, you get to know the characters in depth. You're going to get choices. You're going to be able to choose what you want to do while playing the game. Think of it as a Mortal Kombat choose your own adventure sort of thing. Anybody who's ever read a choose your own adventure book? This is, by the way, this is speculation, obviously. But from what they say in the trailer, and from what Ed said, and thinking about it, I really think this is what they're going for. Where you'll be able to be Liu Kang, and you'll be able to make choices. It's even said in the trailer. It is said. I've got all the trailer words here. But you've got a line here that says, in my new era, the choice is yours. Whether to live quietly in serenity or bloody strife. To dwell in joyous prosperity or bitter rivalry. You can face each other as sworn enemies or united as brothers. So basically it's saying you have the choice. You can pick how you want to play this new game. How you want these characters, how these characters going to tell their story. Do you know what I mean? That's what I feel like they're going for with this game. Now let me catch up on the chat. MK9 boy, good. The story has always been my favourite in the series. Yeah, same. I think that they realise that the storytelling in Mortal Kombat is so powerful now. Legitimate continuation of evolution of MK9's tag team modes is a must. We'll get to that in a minute. I know they're using Marvel vs. Capcom 1 style. Okay. It's going to be like Marvel What If. That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't know what the Marvel What If is, though. Interesting take. Never thought about that. Okay. Put emphasis on choice. Yeah. They did put... it hit me today, MK9 boy, when I was really thinking about the trailer. And after what Ed said last night, how you're going to be in-depth with the characters. And that it was not a continuation of MK11. That was the biggest thing he said in that 10, 11 minute thing last night. Was that it wasn't a continuation. Which is really big. Because we have a character that was shown and premiered in the last game. But it's nothing to do with the last game. So you're telling I can pick a lot more endings? Maybe, possibly. The problem is you can also choose to sight bad and evil. Yeah, you might be able to pick like alliances and things like that. I don't know how big the scope will be if I'm right about picking things. Think of it as... Do you remember was it MKX that had that? MKX had, in the cutscenes, you could... there were very, very few times in the game, you could pick a different outcome. Do you guys remember that? I only did it like a few times. They had like quick time events. And I think if you either did it or failed, it had different outcome. They had it. But it didn't impact the ending of the characters or or what they were going to do. MK11, you could choose a character to play as for a certain fight. Yeah, and there was that also. R-Shrink, exactly. Sorry, R-Shrink. Gotta be careful saying that one. Yeah, but I think that this is a evolution of that, and I think it's gonna be a lot more heavy in this game, where there's gonna be a lot of choices that you can make with your characters to as Ed said, get to know them. On the Steam page it says the game is 100 gig in space. Fuck me, are you serious? That's insane. If that's true, that's a lot of cutscenes. That's a lot of cutscenes. Damn. That could just be the tech, to be honest though. It can't be still using Unreal 3, can it? No way. No, they must be on 4. No, they're on 4 now, I think. I think the last game was on 4. I'm pretty sure they're on 4. I don't, maybe even 5. 100 gig is nothing. Call of Duty's 300 gig. Jesus Christ. 300 gig of crap. Sorry, Call of Duty. But, you know. It's the NRI's modified UE3. The backport features 4 from 4 and 5. Neat version of 3. 7 is 11 basically. Yeah, okay, yeah. But I remember reading they had some. You said, what did you say? Backport features of from 4 and 5 into the version of 3. Okay, maybe. I'm not sure how you know this stuff, man, but I'll take your word for it. TotalMK, do you think we will get the movie custom Liu Kang and Sub-Zero and Scorpion like MK1? No, I'm not sure. You think cameo gameplay will make the game look messy like in Marvel vs. Capcom? The problem I got, CJ Rocky, is I don't play Marvel vs. Capcom, and like it's already come up a few times in the chat about Marvel stuff. I have no clue about that stuff, so you guys are gonna have to fill me in with anything with that. But you said, do you think cameo gameplay will make the game messy? See, going back to what I was saying, I feel like they're focusing on a core set of characters with lots of choices to be made in the game, like how you want to play the characters. Do you want Sub-Zero to be evil Sub-Zero and he kills Scorpion, or do you want him to be good, or do you want to do this? Do you want him to ally with Katana or not? You know what I mean? I feel like that's what the game's telling me. I could be totally wrong. And the other reason I think this too is because, like I said, it's a full new story. Excuse me. And the other thing is the cameo fighters. A cameo is someone who makes a brief appearance, right? If we talk movies, the Bill Murray cameo in Ghostbusters, 2016, he comes in as the guy, he goes out the window, Terrible cameo, by the way. But anyway, cameo is someone who has a brief appearance in a film or whatever. I feel like the reason they're cameo fighters is that they're not in this story that I believe they're going to be telling. I believe that the cameo fighters are going to be in the fighting game. So there's going to be this big story, immersive telling of new characters, Fire God, Liu Kang living in the mountains, and then there's going to be the fighting game that you can play, and you can just play as the characters, normal Mortal Kombat sort of thing, and the cameo fighters will be in there. That's what I feel like they're going for. And me and MK Dan was saying this yesterday. It feels like they're going for the more Shaolin Monks style, where the main game was action adventure, cooperative or single player, and then the fighting game was secondary to the main game, where you unlock Johnny Cage, you unlock Katana, you unlock Sonya. You can play as all these characters in the versus thing if you wanted to. By the way, I've never played that versus mode. Never. So never. TotalMK, never played it. Most of the Mortal Kombat stuff I do on my own, so sorry. I feel like that is what they're going for with this game. Do you think there'll be a young Liu Kang versus Fire God Liu Kang? Or what if the older Liu Kang became evil? I don't know what you mean by older Liu Kang or young Liu Kang. I don't think there's going to be any time travel. I think this is basically going back to its own start of a universe. Liu Kang's the character now. He's got Fire God powers. Shang Tsung becomes an invader. He wants to invade. He wants to ruin peace. It's in the trailer. You have chosen war with a god. Do you know what I mean? He's not afraid to, use his power. But, I mean, if you look at this artwork is the most telling thing. Let me just bring it up on the screen for a second. I didn't prepare this yet. Where did I put it? Did I put it here? No, I didn't. Okay. Where did I put that damn picture? There it is. Right. So I nicked this off the website. I'm just going to go full screen for a sec. Right. This is the picture you see on the website. That's sort of in between the paper tear. That's the full image though. So you can see here, this tells you a lot about the setting of the game. Like they said, it's peaceful and tranquil and very serene. And up the top here you got the birds and the mountains and everything. Down here you got a small village, and you don't see much of this on the website unless you save the image out like I did. So this is a bit of a, I don't know, I feel like this is a bit more of a clue. We have a small village here. Obviously this is where Liu Kang lives. A few buildings off to the right there. But if you also look up in the mountain there, up the top, all the way to the right of the screen, you got more buildings up there too on the hill. So to me this is very much like a Shaolin temple. I feel like the temple up there on the hill could be for someone like maybe that's where Liu Kang lives, as he is a god. That could be something. But that's something that is a very, very interesting piece of art, telling the story this way. And let me catch up on the chat. Fire God, Liu Kang is already a mesh of old and new Liu Kang with Raiden. Yeah, did Raiden die, by the way? Can anyone confirm if Raiden died when he gave him the power? I thought he died. I could be wrong. I don't know where the story is going, but I hope Anaga is involved. I don't think he's going to be, personally. Create a character in tag team modes were extremely popular by fans. This is a new storyline, not a continuation of MK11 storyline. Ed Boon pushed the reset button and made MK1. Basically, yeah, he did. But he did take characters from MK11 to do that. This way, Liu Kang kicked Shang Tsung in his chest. The way Liu Kang kicked Shang Tsung in his chest. Will die on that hill with that belief. Love the same Liu Kang, but the story of MK11 will have nothing to do. Scenery reminds me of Shang Tsung's Island. Yeah, it does, Jacob. In fact, I made that mistake yesterday. I several times I said the island because I was thinking it was Shang Tsung's Island as well. But then I had to sort of stop and correct myself and wait, it's Earthrealm. Why do you think Liu Kang lives in the village? I said I think he lives above the village, in that house that's sort of a bit higher up. Gods always sort of look down on their, I don't know, people. Do you know what I mean? See, we never know. We never knew where Raiden lived, did we? As a god, we know he wasn't up there with the elder gods, though. Didn't Raiden just become normal dude with no powers? Is that what happened? So he didn't die? Raiden lived, but I think it's implied he dies. Old age eventually. Okay, right. What about how Quan Chi, in his ending, I felt that was a cliffhanger and allude to something towards something bigger. I don't remember Quan Chi's ending. Fill me in. But he's not like Raiden, is he? He's a god above gods. I thought he was the same as Raiden. Because if you watch the trailer, you can see that the end fatality montage is Shang Tsung killing every single character that appears in the trailer until he's killed off by Liu Kang in the end. Ah, right. Really? The DLC has been leaked. Yeah, I know. Apparently. I don't really want to talk about leaks. I wasn't going to bring that up, to be honest. But I mean, if you've seen it, yeah, just keep that to yourself. Yeah, but it's still kind of sequel pass. You could be onto something, Atashi. It could be that everyone gets killed. Outworld purple. I don't think Outworld is going to go purple. I mean, we literally see it in the trailer, which I've got right here. Look. That's not purple, man. That's not purple. That's not purple. And I think, if I'm right about all this crap that I'm saying, I also think that you won't just play as Liu Kang. You'll play as possibly Katana in Outworld as well. Same thing with there'll be an Outworld story. Do you know what I mean? And you'll play as possibly Katana, Melina, other Outworld characters. We don't really see any other Outworld characters other than Shang Tsung in this trailer. But I don't know if Shang Tsung is from Outworld in this. Some people have said that this might be Edenia, right? But I'm pretty sure it's Outworld because of the temples in the background. But if that's true, Shang Tsung is normally from Outworld, and he's coming through this portal, so I'm not sure what the deal with that is. Maybe he's coming from Netherrealm now or something. Red is the new purple. I mean, you can see it even back here. It's a bit more pristine. Look at that. There's absolutely no purple except on the gondola. At least there's purple on the gondola. I bet they did that on purpose. I bet they did that on purpose. Liu Kang will lose power at some point in the story to balancing. It's possible. Power to change time is very over. Hang on. What do you mean with the power to change time? I thought only people who had Chronica's little helmet could change the time. I don't think he could change time. You think it could be Edenia? See, the reason I don't think it's Edenia is because, see that castle there in the background? You see all them in Mortal Kombat 2. If you look in the background, you can see those castles and things in the background. You can see them in Shaolin Monks as well. Creating new universes, but they keep getting screwed up. I think you guys seem to think Liu Kang has some sort of time ability. I don't think so. I think you guys are implying that he has time powers. MK Dan's agreeing with Atashi, aka Solid Python. He got control of Chronica's clock by the end of 11, did he? I don't remember that. Like I said, I got to play that again. The game pissed me off. I'll just say that. There were several times I thought about playing it again, but I really hated the Sindel stuff, so I'm just like, I can't do it. I own that game so many times. I've got like the Ultimate Edition, never opened, on PlayStation 5, PS4. The only one who was annoyed at the Sindel stuff. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of us. There's definitely a lot of us. Remember Devorah threw Quan Chi the amulet and he was saying something under his breath? And Scorpion killed him and the amulet in his hand smiling. Yeah, I remember that. He was like saying some sort of sorcery, some sort of chant. You buying the statue? I'd love to buy the statue, but Australia doesn't seem to want to sell me one. Nowhere in Australia has a statue to buy. And none of these sites will let me buy one and ship it to Australia. I think we'll get one. The same thing happened with 11. At first, there was no collectors, right? And then suddenly, later on, there was. I was like... And the course one. I mean, EB did that last time. I got my MKX course up there. You know, so... I think they're going to do it. I'm going to take the risk. I hope that I don't miss out on one. You support fighters that you can call upon during the fight. Nah, they wouldn't just be that solid. Itachi, man. I thought that at first. I thought maybe they're just going to come in like... Actually, I have played... There's one game I have played. X-Men vs. Street Fighter. When you tagged in your other character, they'd come in and do like a move, I think. When you swapped them. Yeah, they'd come in and do a move and then piss off. But they were your characters. They weren't just a character that you weren't playing as. They weren't when you did swap. I don't think they'd do that. I don't think they'd be like Movado comes in and does the thing. Like I don't think they just do that and then there's nothing. I feel like those characters are going to be in the fighting game, but they're going to be cameoed to the story. Ed Boon said this timeline is controlled by Liu Kang. And nothing like the MK11. Did he say that last night? I think he just said... I don't think he said timeline, did he? I think he just said we're following the characters. The MK1 logo looks like MK4? Okay. I thought the MK1 logo font is the same as MK11. The MK4 logo, I'm thinking is totally different. The new story has nothing to do with the old MK, that's right. He did say timeline? Really? I don't remember that. Let's have a look. Let's see if I can bring it up. I thought I knew what he said, mate. I thought I knew. Oh, see, I get worried when I see the statues selling out fast, mate. I'll be so pissed if I miss out on one. Fuck me, I'll be pissed. I actually really like that Liu Kang statue. I like that more than the MK11. Fun fact, MK11, I own both statues. I have the Sub-Zero one. I bought both. Paid for them. I've never opened the Sub-Zero one. Never. Never even taken it out of the box. I think I looked at the magnet and that's it. Because I actually really like the magnet. It's one of my favourite things on there. Where is it? Oh, hang on, I think it's on there one. Look, I'm 30. Oh man, I can't have to press view on all this crap. Where is it? Oh, that's the trailer. Where is it? The Comet Cast is coming back. The Collective, they talked about the Collective. I swear it was on here. Trace Fred. Taking this. Where's the video? Oh my god, the chat's going crazy. I can't keep up with this crap. It's on Twitch. It's not. No, I saw it it's on Twitch, but it was on YouTube as well. I thought they tweeted a little YouTube link to it. I swear I saw a YouTube link to it. Hello from Sweden. How's it going, mate? Hang on a sec. I'm just going to look on my phone for a sec, guys. Because I can't work it out when it's in that weird little box thing. Give me a sec. I could have sworn I saw it on Twitter. I'm logged in on here, so it's going to be easier to browse. I don't want to log in on that. Mortal Kombat 30. The trailer. There's the merch. Pre-orders live. Statue. Community chat. Oh, they linked it to Twitch on Twitter, but not the YouTube video. Oh, okay. MK Dan's give me the YouTube link. Let me see if I can do this. Hang on a sec. If you see me ducking down like that, the microphone's high up in between two screens, and I got to duck under it to see the corner of the monitor. It's very high tech. What have we got going on here? Right. Close this. I'm going to grab this link. That's it. I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to... Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Oops. I'm going to go back out of that. Add a source. Oh man, is this going to be age gated? I hope not. Probably is. Maybe not. It's so annoying having to use stuff, mate. Oh my god. Alright. What was I? Oh fuck, what was I checking now? What the hell was I checking? I was checking what Ed was saying.
Worth fighting for.
Great to see everyone. I can't tell you how much we've been chomping at the bit to tell you about this game. We've been holding on to so much information that this is really kind of the beginning of a very dense campaign where we will be giving you all the information you want to know about Mortal Kombat. And I guess we're just kicking things off right here.
And we just saw the trailer. What is your favorite part of the trailer? First time I saw it, goosebumps. What really got you?
My favorite part of the trailer is the fact that it's kind of like a different format than before. Normally we're really telling, the intense fight ending with a fatality. And this one is a lot more story focused. It's giving you an idea of all the characters in their new relationships, their new reality. You see a lot of origin stuff of how characters became to be. That's going to be a really cool part of our story. So that the trailer is really kind of establishing that. So but at the very end, the end of the day, this is a Mortal Kombat game, and so we really wanted it to end with a bang, and that is the reason why the ending is as kind of brutal as it is, there's fatalities, of course, because it is Mortal Kombat. But I love this new kind of story presentation that we're giving.
Yeah, it starts serene and then it kind of it goes crazy at the end.
Does,
a really cool cadence that way.
Yeah.
So a good question then. Why did we decide to go with Mortal Kombat 1?
Mortal Kombat 1, like I said, this is really at the beginning of a universe, in a sense.
At the beginning of a universe.
And it is not a continuation of the Mortal Kombat 11 story.
Not a continuation.
So Luke, again, the characters have completely different roles in this new timeline. And we really wanted to kind of punctuate that and really, really emphasize that with our
different roles. So, for example, this is another reason I think you'll be able to choose. It's not that Liu Kang is the good guy. Maybe he's the bad guy now. We don't even know, man. Like, Scorpion might be the murderer. He kills Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero might want revenge on Scorpion. Do you know what I mean? We don't know what's going on with the characters. They're changing, like, their, like I said, their roles. So I'll continue on.
Title. So this is Mortal Kombat 1. It is a brand new beginning. You're going to be seeing, like I said, these characters reintroduced and their new roles, new relationships with each other. And that's the main catalyst for calling it Mortal Kombat 1.
And so we got, Liu Kang being a big part of this game, obviously.
He hasn't said timeline
Talk
yet.
a little about the cover.
You guys said timeline.
Yeah. Scorpion and Sub-Zero have always been, the poster child of Mortal Kombat. They're the most recognizable characters.
I'm sure I didn't say timeline.
But because this is Liu Kang's universe, we really wanted to mix things up. The color scheme in our key art is different.
Did I miss it? When did he say timeline? He said this is not the timeline. Is that what you meant? He didn't say this is a new timeline. Rewind to what? For fuck's sake.
Each other, and that's the main catalyst for calling it Mortal Kombat 1.
And so we got, Liu Kang being a big part of this game, obviously. Talk a little bit about the cover.
Yeah. Scorpion and Sub-Zero have always been, the post and at the beginning of a universe, in a sense. And it is not a continuation of the Mortal Kombat 11 story. So Luke, again, the character.
9 minutes 30. All right.
It is not a continuation of the Mortal Kombat 11 story. So Luke, again, the characters have completely different roles in this new timeline. And we really wanted to kind of punctuate that and really, really emphasize that with our title. So this is
in this new timeline. I don't know what they're doing. It can't. It's not. It's You think it's a prequel? Prequel to what though? It's not a prequel to Mortal Kombat 1. Oh, you think? Okay. You think that Liu Kang is going to lose his powers and then become the Liu Kang we know from MK1? Is that what you think? I don't think so. That's an interesting perspective, though. You think he loses the power, the power goes to Raiden. That's how he becomes Thunder God Raiden. Then we see the Scorpion and Sub-Zero kill each other. But if all that's true, if all that is true, how come Melina exists already? She shouldn't exist. That happens like way later. MK2. I don't think that's what they're doing either. It's an interesting perspective though. I got to give him points for the perspective. I don't think he can control time. I don't think so. I don't think he can control time. I think it's just a totally new story. They're calling it Mortal Kombat 1 because it's the new story. It's the first chapter in the new story. By the way, I kind of hate that they're calling it Mortal Kombat 1. Gotta be honest. Remember, MK1's my favourite, and now when I say MK1, I gotta think of this game. I think they're doing that to solidify a reboot. They couldn't call it Mortal Kombat because they already used that. I think they should have just put beginnings or something. I don't know. They shouldn't have mind. Fucked everyone and called this game Mortal Kombat 1. Mortal Kombat 0 would have been better. It kind of would have been Atashi. I kind of agree. I thought of that last night. I'm like, why didn't they just call it MK0? Like, it's not the first time someone's done it too. Resident Evil 0, I've got it on my shelf. You know? Fearless Fighters. See no Sonya Blade. Yeah, no Sonya. Interesting. Mortal Kombat New Era. I feel like they didn't want to put a word on the end of it. I feel like their marketing people are like, nah man, it's gotta be Mortal Kombat and nothing else. Like Mortal Kombat 11 or Mortal Kombat 1. We don't want to have like Mortal Kombat Aftermath, Mortal Kombat 6, Mortal Kombat Deadly. I feel like they don't want to do it. I feel like they just want to be like, it's simple and to the point. Mortal Kombat 1, you know. Everyone knows what that means. And I'm like... It's like me. I hate Microsoft's naming of the Xbox consoles. I can't fucking stand it. I've got dyslexia. I'm sure of it. And it's like, Mortal Kombat X Series X, Mortal Kombat 1 X Series S. Like, what the fuck is all this crap, man? PlayStation does it the best. PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, PS5. Easy to understand. And I feel like it's a bit dangerous doing this. You got MK, you got Mortal Kombat 2011, and now Mortal Kombat 1. Technically, we don't have a game called Mortal Kombat 1. Technically, we do not have a game called Mortal Kombat 1. But when you say Mortal Kombat 1, people think you mean the original game. That's the issue. We now have 5 Mortal Kombat 1s if we count the movies. Or what about Defenders of the Realm? Can we count that? How many Mortal Kombat 1 things are there? Please slow down chat. I can't do that. I turned off everything. I turned off the messages fading away and everything. So you should be able to read it, man. Like, it's got a pretty big box. Maybe I need to make the text smaller. Let me do that. Hang on a sec. I'll make the text a little smaller. Let's go 14. 14. Let's see what that's like. Just waiting for the chat to come back up. Yeah, that's a bit better. It's a little better, isn't it? Has extra USC Ultimate MK3. I need one, but they have $50 an email now. Who has extra US Sega Ultimate MK3? Which one? Ultimate MK3 Genesis, Ultimate MK3 Sega Saturn? I'm not selling you any of mine. Sorry. MK logo is the same as the newest movie's logo. Yeah, I know. I saw that, actually. Someone put Akana. Akana confirmed. Things looks like his movie counterpart as well. You know, actually, that text looks pretty good. I think I kind of like that, actually. I think I'm going to keep that way. I think I like the orange on the names as well. Print screen there. I'll save that later. Gave up on no one releasing the old games HD. Yeah, I know. It's really sad that the old games get ignored. Basically, they haven't given us a proper version of the old games. That's terrible. You know, I get it. They got to make the new stuff, but I mean, come on, can't get someone to do it? Come on. MK 11 on Xbox One and PC. Beta in August. Yeah, beta's in August. Early access is I think 2 weeks before the game releases. Need HD MK remakes, which means they want this game to be working by August, which is like 3 months away. That's bold, man. Actually, that looks pretty good. Chat like that. The only thing I hate is that I can't make the names line up. I don't know why it fucking does that. Like, look at it. It looks like shit. Anyway, this is something I hope to fix later on. I got to play around with it. I got to play around with I think the CSS file or something. It's also really slow, the chat. Like, I'm watching it come up there live on YouTube, and it still hasn't come up here. Like, the support gaming message. They called it MK12. Oh, no, actually, that was further up. Actually, okay. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe this one's faster than this one. But we do not pay for MK fighters. Well, combat pack's always going to cost you, unfortunately. This doesn't seem to be moving. Oh my god, see, it does that. Why does it do that? I want to know what the hell's wrong with it. Stupid delay. Calling it MK1 sounds like a remake of the original. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I got a bit of a problem with that, personally. Hope you stream the beta. I hope I don't have audio problems with the stupid game. I need to get the new console. I don't have the new Xbox or PlayStation. When I had a job, I don't have a job anymore, but when I did have a job, I wanted to buy it, and no one ever had fucking stock, you know, and I was just like, I went into a Costco the other day, and they had a wall of, like, PS5s. I couldn't believe it. Should have gone to Costco. You gotta work. Oh, you work nights here in America? No worries, Deception, I understand. It was good seeing you again, mate. Get a PS5. I always get Xbox first, sorry. I get Sony second. As much as I love Sony equipment, I believe the Xbox is a superior gaming system. I know that's going to piss you guys off so much. I know some of you are going to be like, I can't believe he said Xbox is better. I think Sony does it's a better, I think Microsoft have a better console. I like the way they do things. But eventually I will get a PlayStation 5. Oh, by the way, I hate the look of it. I can't stand the look of it. My friend's got one. We watch movies on his PS5. We use it as a 4K player. And it looks ridiculous. I hate it. It looks like it's trying to be something from Portal. Like, I don't know. It's just like, it's got all this white. It's just weird, dude. I hate the look of it. In fact, I really love the PS4. I'm looking up there at my PS4. The original PS4. I don't have any of the pros. The original PS4 was nice. Very nice console. Beautiful. Beautiful design. Better than the Xbox. The Xbox I've got under the original Xbox I bought for Killer Instinct. The VCR Xbox looks terrible. So up there above this screen I've got GameCube, PS4, the Xbox. I put this in when I not too long ago I reorganized this room a bit, and I put a shelf up here and I reinforced the hell out of it because I've got a lot of weight on it. I put some really huge brackets in there, and then I put like a printer up there and some other like computer stuff to do with this, and then I put a thing from IKEA, which is a stack of like 2 shelves. So I've got a shelf that goes across, then a stack of 2 shelves that goes up to the roof. And that was so I could have the Xboxes and the PlayStations there for streaming. And that's the way I've done it. So anyway, catching up on you guys. When I get in a PS5, only if it's updated, have full backwards compatibility. Yeah, I know, right? Get it for Switch and save some money. I've got a Switch, actually. I've got a Switch. I've got the original Switch. The one that everyone wants to modify. The original launch Switch. The giant router. Yeah, it looks like a router. It does. I have Xbox One S Series X. Gotta give huge props to the NRS team, still supporting Nintendo to this day and releasing games on it. Yeah, that's true. That's true, man. You know, they although I didn't like that they dropped support for Injustice on Wii U. I thought that was really shitty. Everyone was just bailing on the Wii U. I suppose I can't blame him, but I still think it's shitty. Bing! Need to silence this thing. That's funny. MK Dan sent me a meme. It's like the PlayStation 5 version of the game, and it's like a screenshot of like Scorpion's face, you know. Xbox, PC, Xbox, PlayStation 5, and then it's got Nintendo Switch, and it's a photo of Scorpion from Mortal Kombat 1. Like, not Mortal Kombat 1, sorry. The original Mortal Kombat, the arcade one. Yes! That's a good one. I like that one, MK Dan. That's a good one. It's kind of true. But, I mean, graphics aren't everything. Well, hello there. Outworld, how's it going? Do you like the layout? Outworld probably hates it. He's a professional streamer, and I'm terrible at streaming. I've been yelling at this chat for a good few minutes, going, "Why does it suck?" Like, the text. I can't get the text to wrap properly. Look at it. It's all over the place. I want it, like, all uniform. You know, I could do it yesterday. I put on that box. Every message was in a box, and I just didn't like it. It worked, but I didn't like it. I redid this today. I like that color scheme, though. Orange and white text. That's good. I'm going to see if I can build some sort of CSS script for it and get it how I want. You can make something for me? Oh, that'd be sick, dude. I want it exactly like this Outworld, except I want the name on one line and the message on a line under it, so it doesn't cut off the names. See how it's cutting off the names like that? And then I want all the icons aligned to the left. I guess you could just put align colon left, right? I haven't done CSS for ages. It's going to cost me. You know, say happy. It's your birthday. Bullshit. Bullshit. Is it really your birthday? Sad face. What face is that? What? I don't know emoticons. Oh, it's his birthday! Happy birthday, man. Outworld, man. I played him on his arcade machine. And then my car, like, literally kept breaking down all the way back to my house. It fucking scared the shit out of me. My poor fucking car. I've had so many problems with that car. Actually, it's running decently at the moment, but I assume something's going to go wrong with it. I switched mechanics too. So... You're a middle-aged man. I don't got time for bullshit. Don't start. No, that was before I left. That was before I friggin' left. And then when I left, the car just conked out. Every time I slowed down. Like, I'd come up to a roundabout. I'd be doing 100, like, whoa, it was great, you know, because, you know, on the freeways, right? Doing 100, then I got to slow down for a roundabout. Okay, slow down for the roundabout. As soon as I slow down for the roundabout, just fucking conked out. That was all the way back to Melbourne. I'm like, what the hell? Just conked out. Conked out. Conked out. I still don't even know why. I have no clue what the fuck was causing that. Anyway, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. You know, when I left Outworld's place, my car does this thing. If you God, I suck with cars. I'm good with computers, but cars. If you park the car and you don't have the stick in park, even though you've got the handbrake on and the car's off and everything, right? But if you don't put the automatic stick in park, P, the car won't start. It just lights up and nothing. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know, and yeah. That's why he's giving me crap. Oh, it's in neutral. We'll only start if it's in park, which is kind of weird. My car is slowly dying. It is. It's from 96, dude. It's an old car, but it's a good car. Anyway, we were discussing the trailer. Well, what do you think, mate? What do you think? Well, I was saying I think it's an adventure game, and I think it's going to be like a choose your own adventure, and you're going to be able to choose these different paths to tell your character's storyline. That's what I feel like they're going for. And I feel like the fighting part of the game is going to be like a secondary mode, and the cameo fighters are going to be in that. Do you know what I mean? So you'll have your full roster of characters. But I feel like the main game is going to be this immersive storyline, and it's going to be more prevalent than the versus game. I feel like the story modes of Mortal Kombat have taken over what was normally arcade mode was always the most important thing, right? I feel like the story modes have become more important the last few games, especially since MK9. It really raised the bar right up. MK9's story was like amazing, and I feel like people care more about that. But obviously, you can't have a game without it, without the fighting. Obviously, I feel like the main focus is the story in this one, though. I hope there's a pacifist option. Love the idea of having a Mortal Kombat game with no fighting. Surely we can resolve this with words. They already have that, dude. It's called a friendship. Slightly drunk? That's no good. You should be all the way drunk. I think MK should stop making competitive games and stick to Shaolin monks mythologies. Bring them back. Yeah, that'd be nice, but they never will, dude. They're so deep in that esports thing now. It's like esports. You know, I've never had a tweet go viral, and that tweet, you guys saw the bullshitter started tweet with that picture of some YouTuber who put some bullshit thumbnail up to get everyone to click on the trailer, which wasn't the trailer. That tweet went viral. 65,000 views, 2,000 likes, 69 comments. Sorry, 69 retweets, I think it was. Anyway, whatever it was. And apparently this guy is like known. I thought he was just some nobody. But he's from the community. And apparently he's a commentator for NetherRealm. And a few guys on my Twitter have beef with him. They, that I'm just saying what I've been told. They saying this guy like steals their content off YouTube and re-uploads it, and nothing gets done about it. It's fucked. I hate people who do that crap, man. I mean, I'll use people's content, but I'll credit them. Gotta at least credit them. You know? The community's going spastic about random shit that doesn't matter. I'm taking a break from social media until it dies down a bit. Actually. The community's better. I saw your message. It said calm down or something. I just laughed. And I'm like, we're at the point where there is no calm. Actually. That's a good meme. Actually. The fat guy that always contradicts what you're saying on Twitter. Do I know that website? No, I don't. I don't know what you're talking about, mate. Can you not mention that stuff in the Mortal Kombat chat? Thanks, mate. There's always some dickhead ready to correct you on Twitter. It's true. I've corrected a few people, though. And I don't do it to be a dick. I'll probably come off as this dick. But, like, I care about the right information being out there, believe it or not. So if I see something that I think's wrong, I'll just chime in. But it's not because I want to be like the actually guy. I feel like some people aggressively argue the point, and they're more the actually guys. Did I ever piece up with NetherRealm? Not really. It'd be nice to work with them again, but I don't know if that's on the cards or not. I'm working with local promoters for Mortal Kombat, local guys, so might be able to do something that way. Should make MK with digital characters again? Nah, they won't do that, man. Won't do that. That time has come and gone. Oh, there's a lot of adult Mortal Kombat stuff out there if you look for it. Who are modifying the games and weird role plays and stuff and fan art. All the fan art you will never see in the collective. MK just did a Battlefield? Did they do that? Battlefield 1? That's so weird. I can't get over it. Small indie size sub studios. That's exactly what I say, man. That's exactly what I say. Because MK Doom mod. I've got MK3 Doom. I've got it. I could play it right now. So I used to make Doom mods, and I used to always put graphics in there and stuff, and I think I've got one called UMK3, and it's just a room, and there's a switch, and you push it, and then, like, the scorpion picture comes out of the floor, and then there's, like, the reptile picture, you know, and then there was, like, the MK3 sound mod that's, like, you know, you pick up the shotgun, it's like, excellent, you know, and then when, like, the monsters die, I have, like, the Liu Kang scream when they die, and, you know, yeah, I was a big Doom modder. I was huge into Doom. In fact, I just, I play Counter-Strike, and a guy I know is making Counter-Strike level, and I was telling him how I do that stuff. And I'm going to show him a few of my levels. Yeah, it was a big... I really spent a lot of time making Doom levels. I really, really was into it, like, big time. Big time. You know, and it's funny because I loaded up one of my levels and I couldn't remember how to get one of the secrets, and I just forgot how to get to it because I'd always put these dumb secrets in my maps. I don't know why. Things that are almost basically impossible for anybody else to figure out. I thought it was cool to make these secrets almost impossible to find. You know what I mean? And then I couldn't remember how to get to one of the secrets. So I downloaded this editor I used to use called Death that used to make DETH that used to make Doom 2 levels. I used DU 5.1 for Doom 1 and then Death for Doom 2. And funny thing is some guy updated it like last year. Like, I haven't used this thing in, like, years. And some guy updated it to, and added, some new features, like, a year ago. So I was able to just use that. Doom mods are fun. How's it going, Matthew? Doom mods are definitely fun, man. Doom mods, oh, man. Making a Doom level. Been thinking, making a Doom level recently. Really? Yeah. Anyway, maybe I can, I might upload, I'm thinking about uploading him some to my channel and showing you guys some of the levels I made because, like, I know. I really liked them. Even though some are terrible. Some of the levels are really bad. But I think I was getting better towards the end. Still not anywhere near the level of what professional guys do. And it's not that I didn't have the know-how. I had the know-how to make a map. I didn't have the creative vision locked down yet. So by the time I was making like the maps at the end, I was starting to get there a bit. Like, I was starting to have different light levels. Like, all my original maps, all the light level was 255, which was maximum light value, which is like being outside. Every room, 255. So, if you're in a corridor, I had 255. If you're in the next room, it was 255. I just didn't bother changing the light levels. I didn't put enough thought into that stuff. And by the end, I was starting to do that. I was starting to have real dark corridors and pulsating lights and stuff like that. But where I didn't have the vision was I was still doing square rooms, you know, with 4 walls that looked the same. Do you know what I mean? And then I might have something in the room, some sort of feature, but these rooms were always square, and it was, when I was playing it back, I'm like, this is where I was lacking the vision. You needed to do something a bit more interesting, you know, with the rooms. You know what I mean? And that's where I wasn't at it with Doom design. But I mean, I was just making it for fun. I wasn't trying to get a job done or anything. Ghost of Tsushima style RPG, man, I never finished that game. I was so pissed off with the audio problems, and I had the same thing with Resident Evil 4. PlayStation games, I swear to God, they have some weird 3D audio thing, and every time I try and stream it, I get an audio problem. Because I told you guys I was going to stream Resident Evil 4, right? Look, it's sitting right here. No lie, it's been sitting here the whole time. And I just had all these audio problems. I tried to fix it for a few days, and I just got really fed up and sort of put it aside and was doing other things. So I definitely want to get to it at some stage. Watching John Romero making Sigil on Twitch is inspiring. You're doing that recently. Sigil. I don't know what that is. John Carmack, man. What a programmer. I was watching a YouTube video. John Romero was like the head of studio. Then you had John Carmack, and he came up with lots of things that are still used in games today, like ray tracing, and like he had all these very early ideas, and that he put into Doom, that like scaling, you know, and all this stuff. The guy was like a legend, you know. Yeah, MK9 Arcade, low kick doesn't work. What's the switches that I swap for? It's a standard micro switch, Joe, that goes in there. If you want, the stick's a hap stick. I know that. I'm not sure if the micro switch is a hap as well, but you might want to look for a quality micro switch. That's what you're going to need. And then you just pop it out and swap it. Yeah. You don't need that low kick? Yeah, you need a low kick. Of course. Series A hap. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it, man. So, you could try someone who sells arcade parts, like, and try and get some of the old school, an old Switch, or you could just, if you don't care, just any micro switch, any sort of electronic store will sell them. It's quite basic. It's a little thing with 3 legs. One's normally open, one's normally closed, and one's ground. And you just put the leads on the appropriate, normally open. And when the button's pushed, that will close it. Otherwise, if you put it on normally closed, it will be pushing the button, and then when you push it, it will release. MKX is greater than MK11, MK9 is greater than MK11. Yeah, basically, I feel the same. I was talking about it yesterday. I feel like Mortal Kombat X was probably a better game than MK11. Do you know what I mean? I'll be really interesting to see if this game, if I'm right about this game and the fighters, how they're going to do like skins and stuff. I hope they're just going to keep it real basic and have I don't want all this like customizing shit. Like, I want that to go away. I'll be honest, I didn't like it. I really hated it in MK11. I feel like it interfered with the characters. I feel like, you know, if I want to be a pink Scorpion, now I can. It's like, Scorpion ain't pink. Like, get rid of the kit bullshit. Exactly. I would be quite happy with just unlockable skins, like a locked skin, and that's it. You know what I mean? The way we did it on Interception, you know. I think I would love that to come back. And, you know, they don't have to just have 2 skins, you know. They can still have, like, 10 skins. Just make it that you got to unlock them or buy them or whatever. You know, not that I'm a fan of having to pay for everything. Believe me, I play Pokemon Go. They love you paying for everything in that game. Jeez. Scorpion did sound kind of feminine in Mortal Kombat Advance. We don't talk about Mortal Kombat Advance, mate. That game does not exist. I'm just gonna get a snack, guys, and another drink. Be right back. Do you want to hear more of this?
Mortal Kombat 1, it is a brand new beginning. You're going to be seeing, like I said, these characters reintroduced in their new roles, new relationships with each other. And that's the main catalyst for calling it Mortal Kombat 1.
And so we got, you know...
All right. It's the main catalyst for calling Mortal Kombat 1.
It is time.
I'm going to go over this trailer again.
Time to wake up.
Premium currency.
To a new
Yeah, I saw that.
reality. To a blank canvas that I have painted in with warmth and peace. In my new era, the choice is yours. Whether to live in quiet serenity or bloody strife. To dwell in joyous prosperity or bitter rivalry.
Or bitter rivalry.
You can face each other
You can face each other
as sworn
as
enemies,
sworn enemies,
or united as brothers.
or united as brothers. Hello, Portal in the sky.
But a storm is brewing.
See, it looks like they're gonna fight. It looks like Scorpion and Sub-Zero are about to fight, and then they look at that portal and they get interrupted. And this, I always wonder what the hell's going on in this scene. We got, I think it's Raiden, talking to Kung. I still don't know who the hell that is. Talking to Kung Lao. Kung Lao's like, he's like dropping dirt out of his hand. So I'm wondering what the sort of relevance to that is.
And soon you will discover
Liu Kang coming.
that even in this new era, one constant remains. There is always something worth fighting for.
Scorpion could be Cicada. Yeah, you're right.
You have chosen to defy peace. Then you have chosen war with a god.
See, I think that is the biggest tell line in the trailer. It literally says, "You have chosen to defy peace." So I feel like they're literally talking about a choice in the game. You know, not just saying you've done wrong, you've chosen to be a bad guy. I feel like they're talking about an actual choice that you make in the game. It can also be Raiden because you can see Shinnok's amulet on his belt. Yeah, no, I saw that, Atashi. But I thought it could be someone else just wearing it as well. Why does it have to be Raiden? Because he's got Shinnok's amulet. This is a new timeline. This is a whole new thing. Exactly that well. That's what I'm saying. It talks about choices. The whole trailer. Oh, the hat! Of course! That's why it's Raiden. Yeah, exactly that well. That's what I was saying, dude. Every live dialogue is about... Yeah, exactly. That's why I feel like this game's a choose-your-own-adventure. Man, I want to know. I want to know now. I want to know, God damn it! Devorah stuck in a maggot's egg. I don't think they're gonna have all those crazy characters. I don't think they're gonna have them. There won't be. I don't think they're gonna be. There's not gonna be a Chronica or a Devorah or Ferritor or fucking. I feel like it's gonna be super grounded. It just feels super grounded, this trailer. Like even when they show Outworld, they only show Katana and Melina and possibly Shang Tsung. That's all we see from the other side. And from our side, we only see Liu Kang, Raiden, possibly Raiden, and Kung Lao. Do you know what I mean? We don't see anyone else. Like, it's so low-key. They're keeping it really personal. They're keeping the story very personal. From this, what this trailer shows me anyway. Hopefully it won't go woke. Yeah, I hope so. The stupid guest characters coming. I fucking know. I know how you feel, man. I really do. I was gonna make a video on YouTube called "Are Mortal Kombat guest characters my fault?" Because I was thinking about it, right? And I feel like when Armageddon came out and they had the Creator Fighter, people got so into it. I made Scorpion's wife, Perron. I made some sort of Raiden character with huge boobs. And I had like Wasp, who was supposed to be Scorpion's son. And I made a MacGyver. You know, and then I started to think about that. I made MacGyver as a character, right? And I think they saw all these people making these characters and making based on MacGyver and, you know, I don't know, some wrestler or some famous wrestler or some famous Hollywood actor or movie character and I feel like that was the start of it. Armageddon was the start of it. They saw how popular it was, people doing that. And then DC came out, which was a different game. Then MK9 came out, you know, still didn't really sort of have that customized stuff. But they started doing it in MKX and stuff. And MK9's DLC was really great. It was perfect. They had Freddy Krueger and they had Kratos. I thought that was awesome. I feel like that's how they should all do it. And I'm haunted by what Ed Boon said when he talked about Freddy. He goes, "It was the most downloaded character. It was the most popular thing." I'm like, fuck that. And it's because they put a character in there that was like not a Mortal Kombat character. Obviously not a Mortal Kombat character. They used the Freddy Krueger fan base to sell this character, and it wasn't fair because the Mortal Kombat fan base might not have gave a shit as much about Freddy, but all these Freddy Krueger people probably came along and bought the game just to play as Freddy and downloaded it, and it just boosted the sales on that. And then when MKX came out, they went all in, like Leatherface. Oh my god, I was so fucking pissed. They just did too much of it, like, you know, and it's here to stay, unfortunately. And then where I get really super haunted, I'll tell you where I wreck really, really super haunted by the guest stuff. I always see it on Twitter. I hope NRS makes a horror characters fighting game. I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up. Every time I see that, I'm like, fuck off. Like, that's the last thing this franchise needs, is the main core Mortal Kombat team going off to make horror fighters 2024, some crap. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the last thing we've already got Injustice in the way of linear Mortal Kombat games. Do you know what I mean? I mean, we got lucky this time. Thank God there was no Injustice 3. Crisis averted. You know, look, sorry if you like Injustice, but I'm sorry. NetherRealm, to me, should be just working on MK games. I'm sorry. I know that sucks. The team probably hates hearing that. They love Injustice, and I think Ed's apparently a huge fan of like Marvel characters and DC characters and stuff. I understand. I get it. But it's just not my cup of tea. And having all these characters, all these guest characters in the game, they do such a good job that now all it is when are they going to put Michael Myers in the game? When are they going to put blah blah in the game? When's blah blah going to be in the game? When's Ash going to be in the game? That's all it is now. And then you got like 3 people going, when's Nitara coming back? You know what I mean? And it's just like, so part of me feels like it's my fault by making those creative fighters back in the day. That gave them the taste of it. You know, making MacGyver and shit, you know. Fucking hell. 3D areas soon appear, and SS newcomers will be drowning and will never appear again in the roster. Yeah, basically. Babs Bunny gonna be an MK? You think it's rated because there's a subtle thing shown in the trailer. Go to around 35 seconds behind him, you can see clouds and lightning strike. Yeah, no, I actually mentioned that last night, Atashi, but that could just be the evil coming in. But yeah, no, I did see that in the trailer when he says bloody strife. Yeah, right here. But I just thought this could just be the evil thing coming in. Let's play it.
Or bloody strife.
Maybe. Maybe you're right. Oh shit. Careful. Bump on the keyboard. So no, will be a cis character. What does the website say again about cameo fighters? Let's look at that. What are cameo fighters and how do they work in Mortal Kombat 1? Cameo fighters are a unique roster of partner characters to assist during matches, and that's why I think that they are characters that are only available in the fighting part of the game, not in the main story. Creating expanded gameplay possibilities for players. These characters are chosen separately from the main roster of fighters. Sounds like some sort of weird tag team. You're a huge DC super fan, but don't really like Injustice. Okay. That's interesting. So I always thought if I liked DC, I'd probably love Injustice. I still think it was a quality game, though. Like, I remember being there and when Ed came to Australia. That one time Ed came to Australia. And they showed Injustice. That was wild, man. Ed was so cool to me at that convention too. He was so nice. He signed everything for me. I could have got so much stuff signed by Ed Boon if I took it all to Sydney. You know, I just took a few things, and I probably should have taken more things to get signatures on. But oh well, that's the way she goes. I don't need everything signed by Ed, I guess. Although I would like to get my arcade. I've got my Mortal Kombat arcade signed by like all the characters now, but I don't have Ed Boon or John Tobias on there. I've got Dan Forden on there though, which is cool, and John Vogel. They did that in MK11. Same stuff from Towers over time. Assist. So happy Van Damme will be finally be in the game. That's interesting that they're doing that, isn't it? What's it say about Van Damme again? Let me read it out. Yeah, it says, how much does Mortal Kombat 1 cost? And it talks about the standard edition, which I'm going to ignore. Then it says the Mortal Kombat 1 Premium Edition will be available physically and digitally, excuse me, for $109.99 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S, Nintendo Switch and PC, and will include standard edition content along with the Combat Pack, early access to the game beginning September 14, and 1,250 Dragon Crystals in-game currency. The Combat Pack will feature a Johnny Cage character skin with the likeness of famed actor and martial artist Jean-Claude Van Damme. Available at launch. Right. They're basing Johnny Cage on Van Damme now. Shout out to Unopened and Lynn Ashby. Yep. Should have ripped out your own and have Ed sign it. Well, I did get him to sign one of the famed buttons from the Button Saga that I whinged about on YouTube, and I got him to sign the pass around my neck. Yeah. I've actually Ed Boon. I was at the Warner Brothers booth in 2012 to play Injustice, and the line went along the booth, and they had these pictures of the characters, and I noticed as I was in line, as I was like lining up to play the game at the pretty much towards the end of the show, Ed had signed every single character picture. You know, thanks EB Games Australia team and stuff. Actually, I might have them here. Maybe I can show you guys one. Let me see if I can find one quickly. Let's have a look. I've never shown these to anyone. The old iPhone 3G. Let me see if I can find one. Quick look through the photos. Quick look through the photos. Look. I want a quick look. Oh, old photos of me. I doubt they'll kick up any fuss. Not for an old crook like me. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. Here we go. EB Expo. There's one. Do multiple. There's one. Thanks, EB Games. Here's another one. Oh, that one needs to be turned. That was one I was talking about. Thank you, Team WB. Sorry, I said EB, didn't I, before? Any more? There was a few of them. Oh, here's another one. See, I've got them all. They don't call me TotalMK for nothing. They don't call me TMK for nothing. There's another one. See, they're all different. Look. And then I think that's all of them. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hang on. No, there was one more. Oh, hang on. Wait, that might be the same as... I might have just taken it again. Oh, I just think I took that one again. Okay. But the best signature... out of all the signatures, the best one was this one. That's my tag. That's my ID or whatever you call it from the show. That's the back of it. I still got it. It's hanging up over there. So yeah. that was that. Just stroll down memory lane. I have the original MK. I actually do have an arcade one up as well. I actually do. I did buy one. It's in my workshop. So if I ever get bored, sometimes I jump on and have a quick arcade one-up game of Mortal Kombat. Even though I know it's not the proper Mortal Kombat, I have that as well. It's something I could fit in here. The Australian one we got fucked over. They said it was a legacy one and it doesn't have the light-up sign on it, which I really hate. And then some retailer here started selling the one with the light-up sign. You could make this shit up. You think Raiden's role will be in the game? I don't know. It's really hard to say at this stage. We don't have enough information on these three characters, but it seems like it's those three. It's Liu Kang, Kung Lao, and Raiden. And some people even think that Raiden might be the great Kung, or that Kung Lao might be the great Kung Lao. That's what people have constantly said. You know, I don't know what to think about that. Oh, you think they've role reversed and Raiden's going to be the champion. This game won't be a disappointment like MK11. MK11 was hugely popular for them though. I think they've even said that game made them the most money, Mortal Kombat 11, but they kept it going a long time. And it's important to say that they kept it going with like DLC and they supported it for a long time. They could have supported it even longer. I think they were pissed off that people got really pissed at NetherRealm when they put Shiva in the game, and that move was really stupid, and you could spam everyone, and people got really pissed about it. And I think NetherRealm got so pissed off they're like, "We're not doing Mortal Kombat anymore." That's what it looked like. It looked like they had a tantrum about it. Yeah, I've watched videos about it. How cheap she was. I remember playing it and being like, how come she homes in on me now? And they said that in the video, that it was homing. And I didn't even know this. You could do the move, fly off the screen, and delay when you came down as well. I'm like, my God. I didn't even know about that. Shah Rukh Khan coming in MK movie sequel? What's your source, man? Oh, did you see the Shah Rukh Khan audition script for the movie? No, where was this? Carl Urban being cast as Johnny Cage. If that's true, that'd be amazing. And I tell you what, Carl Urban's a New Zealand actor, right? He's not that far from Australia. Carl Urban was almost in the movie that I worked on. So the main actor that was in the movie I worked on was Jamie Bamber in John Doe Vigilante. I'll show you guys if I got it here. Hang on. Quickly find the Blu-ray. Show you guys. Behind the green screen. There it is. Doesn't make browsing for movies very handy, but oh, it works. I'll ruin that now. I'll fix it later. this was the movie that I was in, John Doe Vigilante, and I worked on it with my best friend's friend. He was the director, and he tried to get in this movie Carl Urban, and Carl Urban was going to do this movie, but Dredd came along, and Carl Urban did Dredd, and I'm actually really glad, because I love Dredd. I'm glad he didn't do this. Anyway, Jamie Bamber did a fantastic job in this movie instead, and yeah, Jamie Bamber's there on the cover. He's in you guys know him from what's it called? Battlestar Galactica. He plays Apollo. He did a fantastic job in this film. I met Jamie on set, so yeah. Going back to Carl Urban, I think it's very likely that he'd be in an Australian production. He was almost in this one. He's in New Zealand stuff all the time. So, you know who else would be good in movies? Manu Bennett. I remember watching Arrow, like the first few seasons of Arrow, when Manu Bennett was like, what was he, Deathstroke? Was he Deathstroke or... I think he was Deathstroke, or did he become Deathstroke? Was he just Slade Wilson? I think he was Slade Wilson. Anyway, he was like torturing him and telling him how he had to look after himself, and he had such a gruff voice. And I thought, if anyone could play Kano, it was him. Do you know what I mean? And then the movie came out, and excuse me, they used Josh Lawson, and he did a good job as Kano. I got to give it to him. He did a good job as Kano. But Manu Bennett, very tough. He could definitely be in a Mortal Kombat production. Definitely. He's fantastic. What role did I have? I was holding a sign. I'm just an extra, bro. No, I actually worked on the movie a bit. We were second unit on that film. So we were doing blood effects and stuff. I was doing it with my best friend because he developed like a blood system for a movie that he was making a while ago that I've done, and he asked me to come along and help, and so we were making a guy bleed. If you see the movie, there's a guy that gets hung in a garage and he starts bleeding. I was actually pumping the blood for that guy, and there was another scene we worked on where a guy gets his throat cut. We needed the blood to come across that way, but it didn't. It didn't end up getting used in the film. So, and then on top of that, we were doing some audio stuff in the background, and yeah, a few other things. I'm in the credits a few times of that film. Yeah, it was a proper movie. It came out in cinemas. It came out in America. This had a very, very, very limited release in the States, and yeah, so it was a proper film. It was a proper production, and as you can see, I've got it on Blu-ray. You guys can watch it, by the way. It's on YouTube. Just look it up, John Doe Vigilante. People upload it all the time because people love the movie. No one's ever heard of it though. You know, it sucks. It'd be nice if it got some notoriety. You know. Anyway, back to Mortal Kombat. Do you mind posting leaks? I'd rather not share leaks. Some of them are bullshit, and some might be real, and I'm sort of not down with it. Like, feel free to share amongst yourself, but I don't really want to comment on them. Care will always be Shang Tsung. Yeah, agreed. Definitely. Hiachi as well. Hiachi Hiroshima. Yeah. MK sequel's not out yet. Still in production. That's right. Who is Hiachi? People ask. Tekken. Yeah. I remember Hiachi. I had a friend who played Tekken a lot, and he used to always use Hiachi. I'm curious if Bihan will be Sub-Zero or still Kuai Liang. Yeah, that's a good question. Which Sub-Zero will it be? Who knows? Ed Boon knows. You love The Boys? I haven't watched that yet, so no spoilers. Oh, he's in it, is he? Okay. My friend constantly tells me to watch The Boys. And I keep saying, yeah, I'll get to it. I'm kind of funny with things. I've got to be in the mood for certain things. I'll tell you what, though. If you haven't watched it, there's a show called Mr. In Between, an Aussie show. And that's absolutely fantastic. It has a really limited run. 3 seasons. Because the guy that plays the character, he didn't want to ruin it. He said the character's done. Unless they come up with a new idea. That's it, you know. Which is awesome. Because the show is very good. Ed Boon knows, but he won't say. I wonder how much Ed knows at this point. I wonder if he knows at this point, by the time the first trailer comes out, exactly what's going to be in the whole game. Or if they're still planning some stuff. I wonder at what point does he know the whole content of the game? How early on? I assume by the time the first trailer comes out, he knows the main game. But they might not know the second combat pack. They might only know the first one. Because the first one comes out like right after the game, right? Usually, right? Games probably done this 4 months, right? Yeah. I'm wondering if John Tobias has any hand in this game too. I'm wondering. Me and MK Dan were both wondering that.
To dwell in joyous prosperity.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't want to do it. Hitachi.
You can face each other as sworn enemies, or united as brothers. But a storm is brewing, and soon you will discover that even in this new era, one constant remains. There is always something worth fighting for.
Even in this new era. If I look up the word era, what's the exact meaning of that? A long and distinct period of history. I really like the music, man. The music for this trailer. Oh, perfect. They finally went with no rap. I mean, it wouldn't suit this, to be fair. It wouldn't suit this. Imagine they had a rap song for this game. Can you imagine that? There's a new MK mobile game that is coming out because it's soft launched in Australia. Yeah, they use us to test everything in Australia. They did that for Pokemon Go and that. And then once the game's out, we get like fucked over the most. Probably not, sorry, not the most, the second or third most with Pokemon Go. Because Pokemon Go, because it's like a time sensitive game, there's wherever the timeline is for the world, those islands get the game, they get whatever update first. Then it's New Zealand, then us, right? And what happens is they always stuff up stuff constantly in Pokemon Go. And then by the time it gets to us, we've got a good chance that it's still going to be screwed up, or they've just happened to fix it after New Zealand's cracked it. Those islands aren't enough to generate enough of an uproar to get them to fix something. It usually has to be New Zealand, and then so it's either fixed by the time it gets to us, or it's not fixed. And Blu-ray Cho throwing up in the game. Little kid Blu-ray Cho getting made fun of for puking. Shijinko won't come back. Different timeline. Thanks, Sonic. Sonic Adventure Battle. Sonic Adv Battle. Oh, I knew what you meant. MK9, yeah. No worries. Yeah, I'm still kicking. Still kicking around. I doubt I'll kick up any fuss. Not for an old MK fan like me. Did you guys see, I showed the picture, the sign that I used when I made the MKDC announcement video? I just happened to find it. Like, I was going through a drawer. I'm like, what's this pile of, like, old calendars or something? I'm like, why are these in here? And I'm going through it, and then I found that piece of paper in there. I'm like, oh, cool. I need this for the announcement tomorrow. I'll kick up any fuss. I tweeted it out. Hang on, I'll show you guys. Maybe you guys didn't see it on Twitter. It's right here. There it is. Unfortunately, it got a crease. I didn't store it properly. I doubt I'll kick up any fuss. Professional, very professional. Yeah. I had that custom printed that sign. I definitely didn't just put a piece of paper on there and write TMK was here like in 3 seconds. I definitely didn't do that. Yeah, I know. Atashi, that's my first ever viral tweet. That went nuts, dude. It's still blowing up. Every time I look at Twitter, I've still got, like, notifications. It's like 65,000 views on that tweet. I didn't even think that would happen. I was just pissed off. I went on YouTube, and it's the first thing I saw. I'm like, fuck, I hate these liars. They put these thumbnails up that are just bullshit. And, like, I can't believe they don't get shut down by, like, Warner Brothers or something. They're just absolute nonsense thumbnail. And they say it's Mortal Kombat. Like, couldn't that be damaging to their brand when it's not? I don't know. Put some other thing and say it's Mortal Kombat. Some other substandard media. I don't know. I'd want to shut that crap down. Destiny, he does it too. I got to tell you what, guys. I've always said, you know, the mainstream YouTubers piss me off, you know, with all their clickbait bullshit, you know, but there's one guy I do watch, and I was in his video last Christmas, or was it the year before? I don't remember. Uncaged Games. Yep. This is cool. And when I tweeted out, and the thing that really got me to like him, I go, I'm so sick of the clickbait thumbnail bullshit. I tweeted out something like this before Mortal Kombat 1, like yonks ago. He liked the tweet. You know? I said something like, here comes all the bullshit clickbait or something. I said something like that. And he liked it. No one else did. No other content creators did. He at least acknowledged that that's what they do. You know? And then he asked me to be in the Christmas video, and I did the video for him. Yeah, so I watch his videos a bit. He's good. I like him. And he called out the leakers. Got a retweet from Ed for that. Well done, Uncaged Games. The Nethercast. You know the Nethercast. What you don't know about the Nethercast is the host used to be a member of my forums, Black Cyborg. He calls himself Cyborg now. That's how long I've been around. All these people that have now grown up and are content creators, you know, like on my forums and stuff. Yeah, fake leakers. I know. Outworld. I can't stand them, bro. I can't stand it. Oh man, I can't. I more have a beef with YouTube Outworld than Twitter. It's the scene, the bullshit thumbnail, the picture that's not in the game. Leaking combat, yeah, I know. I mean, what do you do, man? They're gonna leak everything on Twitter, dude. I mean, I remember even when I was watching Suits. I remember I had to go. Do you remember the show Suits with that Meghan Markle idiot? I remember like I hadn't watched the latest episode, and then like I don't know, like half an hour after it premiered in the US, they tweeted out some like massive spoiler from the show, and I fucking lost it at them. I'm like, why would you fucking tweet that? Half an hour after the episode was like everybody watched it live. Like, why would you fucking do that? I was just like so mad. I think I unfollowed him. I'm like, well, you can't be trusted. Unfollow. And that was the official Suits. They were the official people. Do you agree that the last good MK game was MK9? No. MKX was very good, old school gamer. I think MK9 was the last game in the vein of the original timeline. Okay? And I think that's why everyone loves MK9. Original timeline, original characters, perfect DLC, less guest characters. All the Mortal Kombat fans are really happy with that game. But I used to like have trouble accepting MKX. And after seeing MK11, MKX was a really good game. It was. All the skins were awesome. They had the factions, the towers. The only thing I didn't like about MKX was like the Revenant stuff was kind of weird. I don't think they did well telling that part of the story with the Revenant characters. But I liked everything else. I liked the combat kids. That Cassie fatality is like so good. yeah, that's exactly it, Atashi. The dark and sinister vibe, like her fatality is like so fucked up. The selfie fatality makes me laugh every time. You know, she just basically breaks their jaw, and then selfie photos with them, and then the joke keeps going, and the photo gets posted onto like whatever the copy Facebook is. You know, and you see all these comments from all the friends, you know, stuff like from Sonya, why is Kano on your friends list? It's just so funny. It's such a good fatality. I talked about this, I think, last night or in one of the other videos. But like, it was perfect. It was so good. And the pit in MKX was... I really liked that pit fatality. I think Ed Boon even talked about it. He really liked it. The only thing I didn't like, I felt the physics were off on the character model. That's all. It's something I mentioned somewhere else. The character falls like a ragdoll. Like, I don't know, it's what we call ragdoll physics. But if you think about back to the original Mortal Kombat 1, they fall and they gain speed as they go down, like, and then splat, hard impact. Whereas that they fall down, they bounce off the spikes, and that's all good. But when they land on the spikes, it's like a blah, 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 blah. Like it looks weird. Like it should be like slam. Do you know what I mean? And like it should be a bit more impactful. And it's just something always bugged me about it. Yeah, it was too ragdoll. Yeah, it was. It's like they didn't have the physics right on the impact of the character. Ferritor was underrated. The Falling Cliffs in MKD is the best pit fatality. You know, when I interviewed Ed in 2006, he said Falling Cliffs was his favourite level. That was a text interview, not on video. The first time I did a Q&A, I asked him a few questions and I got them, and then I was supposed to get him on camera and then it got screwed up. And I had John Padalecek, Brian Lieberon, and Paulo Garcia instead. Yeah. Well, you won't know till it comes out. And I do think X was a good game. I didn't enjoy MK11 as much as X. MK11 to me is probably... There's some parts of MK11 that I really liked. It's really hard to judge. You know those little... They had... MK11 had those character portrait artwork boxes that had like the grey outline of the character with like some colour highlights. I love that art. That art was so good. To me, I reckon that's one of the best artwork things they've done for a game. That was like fantastic. Do you know what I mean? But then again, the game had that woke stuff in it, and the Sindel thing, it upset me. The Sindel thing really got to me. Like, I really, really didn't like that they retconned the character. That felt very insulting to the game. And Just Us 3. Yeah. What woke stuff? They had, when you beat the game with Jax, he goes back in time and ends slavery instead of just stopping Outworlds from invading. It became a whole political thing. He even says in the ending, I'm tired for the world to go woke or something. And then the whole Sindel thing as well. There's a few other things as well. Just some people didn't like the Shah Khan, I'm going to make Outworld great again. They didn't like that. I didn't have a problem with a line, a quote being in it. It's just a quote. But I feel like when you change a whole ending or a whole character, it's too much. You know? Yeah, a lot of people get upset when they're always going to lock the character behind pre-order. They're always going to do it. Because they make a lot of money from it. Felt like Injustice 5 was creeping too much into Mortal Kombat. You're kind of right, Atashi. Especially with the gear system. I think they really loved that gear system from Injustice 2. And they pushed it into MK, and I really wish they didn't do it. I can't remember if I ever said I was for it. I honestly can't remember. But after seeing what they did with it, I really didn't like it. You know, one of the biggest moment of clarities there was I was sick one day and I did a 12-hour stream of Injustice. I don't know if you guys were there for that. I streamed Injustice for 12 hours straight. And I played Sub-Zero the whole time to get gear, right? Because I saw people online had like classic Mortal Kombat 1 Sub-Zero, Mortal Kombat 2, or Ultimate MK3. And I go, oh, that's cool. I want those skins. So when I play Injustice, I can at least be like one of the cool Sub-Zero skins, right? So I streamed it for 12 hours and I got nothing. Nothing. 12 hours and I didn't even get a UMK3 sock for Sub-Zero. Or a glove. Or anything. I got 0. And that was a moment of clarity of like how much those grinding for gear games can really suck. Oh, and another thing, when I played Derek Kurtzik from the Combat Cast came to Melbourne, came to PAX. Great guy, by the way. Derek, you're a legend. And he told me to enter, and I said, oh, not good. I'll get my ass kicked. He told me just to enter. I get a Injustice t-shirt. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll enter. So I entered and just expected to get killed, and they got me up on stage, and I actually got a few hits on him at the start of the match. It was going alright. And then I got my ass kicked. He pulled that little plant thing out or something. Poison Ivy's little pet plant thing. I'm trying to like get rid of it. I'm like, what do I do? Like, like it doesn't go away. It just stays there for the whole match, spitting at me, going. I'm like, well, what the fuck do I do? I even tried to super it out of existence, and the commentators even say it. Oh, Luke's trying to cancel it, and then like, it doesn't cancel. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't. It just stays there. It keeps spitting at me. Anyway, that didn't help. But I tell you the thing I really hated about that match, when I picked Sub-Zero, it picked some weird version of Sub-Zero. It was all black, and he had this like fucking hoodie on or something, and I was like, I remember when I picked it I was like disappointed straight away. I was like, oh, I don't want to be this. I don't want to be Black Sub-Zero. Like, I'm like, I look like Noob Saibot. Like, I remember being annoyed, and I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, oh, this is what happened with MK11. This is exactly what happened. Like, you pick Sub-Zero, but you can be the yellow Sub-Zero or the purple Sub-Zero or the green one. I'm like, it all started on Injustice 2. Oh, no. Yeah, and that was that. Oh, man. The gear grind. These games are so ludicrous, and they know it. And he allowing you to set up AI to play the game and grind the towers. Oh, that's so weird that you can do that shit. What? I remember that. I remember him being baffled. I'm like, hang on. Why does the game play itself? I'm like, what? What? Mate, I could build something from Raspberry Pi now to push the buttons if I wanted to. I know how to do all signal control now. Because I play with the Picos all the time. See, I've got one right here. Here's a Pico. With a colour screen. I know how to control input-output. That's how I did my auto EJB script. You know, so... Yeah. Anyway, I'll go over this. I typed up the whole trailer in text. So if we go over this, I was going to go over this. I've just said some of this already. But basically, the first line in the trailer is, "It is time," which is interesting, considering we've just come from the timeline, or the Chronica time story. And then the second line is, "Time to wake up to a new reality," or new timeline. To a blank canvas that I've painted in warmth and peace. So this is Luke Cage talking. Yeah, he's made this timeline, possibly, like you guys were saying. It's peaceful. In my new era, the choice is yours. See, there's that line about choice. Whether to live in quiet serenity or bloody strife. To dwell in joyous prosperity or bitter rivalry. You can face each other as sworn enemies or united as brothers. That's the first part of the trailer. Then the next part says, "But a storm is brewing, and soon you will discover that even in this new era, one constant remains. There is always something worth fighting for." So, there's always going to be an evil force that you got to battle against. You know, whatever. And then the last chunk of the trailer is, "You have chosen to defy peace, then you have chosen war with a god." So, yeah. It's all about choices. I can't believe they reset the timeline twice. Yeah, I know, right? I even said it. They wouldn't do that. I said it with MK Dan. And MK Dan even said the same thing. No, they wouldn't do that. It's got to be something else, you know? I'm actually quite shocked they did it. There's also an interesting tagline for the game that yeah, it's in our blood. I guess they mean fighting is in their blood. Yeah. It's funny because we've had It's in Your Blood before. It's in Your Blood. I think that was for Deception. It's in Your Blood. Arcana confirmed. Could be. They reckon this logo is the Arcana logo. I saw someone tweet it out. It's the exact shape. Exactly it. This dragon logo is the exact Arcana logo from the movie. Maybe they're trying to tee it up with the movie. Yeah, it's in a soul. I swear that it's sometimes they have multiple taglines. Hang on a second. I know someone's had It's in Your Blood before. I know I've seen that before. Oh, it's Deadly Alliance. It's in Your Blood. Mortal Kombat 5. Campaign, It's in Your Blood, Mortal Kombat 5. There you go. Deadly Alliance. Yeah. From DB94 for this YouTube, I've been watching your vids since MK9 days. Will we see more?
Feel the power of...
Thank you for that, mate. Really appreciate it. I was wondering why it wasn't working. It's just a bit slow, I guess. Yes. Yes, I want to do more couch videos. In fact, the camera's right here, guys. Here's the YouTube camera that's brought you all the Total Mortal Kombat videos since 2012, I want to say. That's it there. The battery's dead, as I mentioned. I need to get a new battery for it. But I definitely want to start doing some videos, dust off the couch, and do some coverage of this game. I really appreciate the donation. Thank you, mate. A good fighter menu music. The last games had lackluster... Yeah, I know. Yeah, I forgot about that, actually. I think I did a video about how I hated the select screens. They just died. MKX and MK11 had the most stale and boring select screens I've ever seen in regards to music. They were terrible. And you go back to MK9, it has such good music. And you know, I'm one of the first guys who started the evolution of the Mortal Kombat videos, because I actually went through YouTube and checked this out to see who had done a video by that title first, and it was me. And that was when I was talking about the music in the game. I did it like ages ago. The evolution of the Mortal Kombat music, you know, and then everyone just copied me, got more views. Fuckers. Yeah, it'd be nice if they did something banging. Mortal Kombat, I've said it before, the select screen's really important. It's really important. It's like the prelude to the match. It's got to be exciting, like, and when you got something boring where you could hear a pin drop, it's like, I don't know, just wasn't my cup of tea. MK Deception select screen still the best. Yeah, it's bloody good. I do really, really like the Deception one. It's very high up on my list. But I think, MK1, 2, 3, 4 are all first. Then probably Deception. And I really like Deadly Alliance as well. MK3 is good, yeah. MK3 Trilogy, MK3. Yep. MKX and 11 had boring UI and the menus in general. Yeah, there was something. MKX was slightly better. It had sorry, excuse me. I get a dry throat. It had like all the faction stuff, which I thought was awesome in MKX. But I know what you're saying as well. Oh, here come the messages. Hope we get another Conquest mode. I think this game will be like Conquest mode. The Alliance have the best select screen and music. I hear what you're saying, Outworld, but I will say I really like MK9's select screen and music. If we're talking layout and music, I remember being at E3. Hello, Melon Matt. How's it going, mate? I'm gonna. Oh, do I have a photo here? I do have a photo. I'll show you guys. I went through so much trouble. When I first, this is the first, I'm going to show you. This is the first photo I took of Mortal Kombat 9, E3, 2010. I was the first to take these photos, man. And then Warner Brothers forbid me from sharing them. Even though everyone else was. Anyway, that's the whole thing. But you can see there, that select screen, I almost creamed my pants when I saw that. It was fucking awesome. It was sick, dude. Look at the characters. Like, they're so high res, man. Like, we've never seen it like that. Like, to have that resolution so up close in your face. It was perfect. And this screen, this beautiful MK9 had a beautiful UI. So, I like this UI so much that when I was trying to remake my Total Mortal Kombat website, I used all the MK9 like little borders and edges and stuff like that on the site. I based it on that. I liked it so much. This was sick. This was such a sick. It had really good music. Just the close-up characters like that. It was amazing. Sorry about the guy's head, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, yeah. That was awesome, man. I remember being in there and just constantly snapping. I was trying to snap every render. I was constantly like, I gotta get the next character. Do you know what I mean? Here you got Sector and Reptile in the demo, you know? And I was just snapping away. Oh, that was such a good fucking time. Do you have any predictions for MK9 rest? Did you have any predictions for the MK9 roster that didn't make it? Not really. I'm never really good at those prediction things. I mean, the only thing I remember in regards to the roster, I remember when someone showed me the Smoke mugshot, when Smoke finally got put in the game, and I'm like, that's a fucking lie. I remember the person who said it to me, I'm like, you're lying, dude. That's not it. You're full of shit. I like, because it was like, Smoke had, you know, that stupid grey hair? And I just looked at him and went, as if that's in the game. It was in the game. I had to apologise to that guy. Like, as if. There's been a few blunders on my part. When they put RoboCop in the game, I went, that sounds nothing like Peter Weller. Why didn't they get Peter Weller? And everyone's like, that is Peter Weller! And I'm like, oh, sorry. It just didn't sound like him to me. It sounded fucking different. I don't know. I can't get the collectors in Australia. They don't ship to Australia. So I'm just waiting to see if we get one. The MK11 one did the same thing. It didn't come out straight away. Then later on, it sort of appeared. I'm just hoping that happens here. I hope it doesn't sell out. Actually, yeah, I didn't actually, dude. And new Robocop game looks. Did you guys see that new Starship Troopers game? Shit, that looked alright. I didn't even know they were making a Starship Troopers game. I saw it. I went, shit, this looks alright. That's a great movie. Starship Troopers. Oh, such a good movie. That director, I love his movies. Paul Verhoeven. He did RoboCop. He did Starship Troopers, Total Recall. Mate, they're the best movies. Basic Instinct. Hollow Man. No, that one wasn't that good. Black Book. Showgirls. And you make it. I mean, I could, but what for? No, I don't really want to talk leaks. But here's the thing about leaks, right? I'll tell you guys. Another Pepsi gone. The thing with leaks is you don't know if they're real or not. And even when they're leaked to you and they are real, it's kind of shitty to share it with everyone else because you ruin it for other people. Like Outwell was saying, he left Twitter. He didn't want to hear about the leaks. I mean, and everyone just makes it public. Like, because everyone wants to know everything now. Do you know what I mean? This isn't how it is. This isn't how it should be. And this is, unfortunately, something that's happened with the incline of social media, with Twitter getting so big. It's something I tell everybody. Why is everyone crazy these days? Everybody's impatient. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like everybody's got to go on their phone. I've got to have it now. I can watch the trailer now. I can order food now. I can get my delivery now. I can do whatever I want now. Do you know what I mean? People drive like maniacs on the road. Do you know what I mean? It's because they're just so impatient. They got all this anxiety about like, I gotta have it now. I gotta have it now. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, when Mortal Kombat games used to come out, there were hardly ever leaks like this. Maybe there was a few times. They were like small leaks. You know what I mean? They weren't big like this. And yeah, to share it, like, you sort of ruin it. On top of that too, I've always tried to keep my channel with integrity, right? I've always said I don't want to share anything that's BS, and I get annoyed when other characters spread BS as well. And I've always tried to just have that everything on my channel is right or correct, unless I get something wrong, like misforgetting. I don't want to put things out there that I've seen like as fact, though. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really want to share leaks for that reason as well. Do you know what I mean? Even though if I had a leak and I knew, let's say I had a leak and I knew if I shared it that I would get 1 million views, I still wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Because it's just, you're just ruining it for other people. You know what I mean? I had stuff leaked to me, and I just sat on it. You know, turns out it was real stuff as well from MK9 days. I had stuff leaked to me, MK9. I had screenshots leaked to me that were directly from whoever was editing the game, or I'm not sure. I'm not naming that person who's the leaker. I don't know. This screenshot got to me, and it was from whoever was working on the game, and it had the XYZ vertice lines. It had the red, green, blue lines on it, so it definitely came from someone working on the game, and it was an angle that was never in the game. Do you know what I mean? And it showed all those license plates in Jax's farm warehouse. I just didn't tell anybody about it. I looked at it and went, oh, that's cool. and I have a really good relationship with the MK team, with Ed Boon, even with John Tobias still, and I don't want to do something that fucks up what they're working on. Do you know what I mean? They work hard to bring us these games, and you don't want to trash it just for some views. Do you know what I mean? And I want the game to be successful. I want it to sort of follow the plan of things being released and that, you got to remember too. I've had exclusives in the past. I have had worldwide Mortal Kombat exclusives. I don't know if you guys remember this, but there were 2 renders that I had for MKDCU. The reason I had 2, the first one was my fault. They gave me exclusive on, it was either Shang Tsung or Sonya was first, I forget. They gave me the first character. They said I got an hour exclusive around the world. So if you went to Total Mortal Kombat for that first hour, I had the render before anyone else, before IGN, before GameStop, before the official website, before anyone. TotalMortalKombat.com had it. And I stuffed it up. I didn't factor in the daylight saving, so I lost the exclusive, and I said I didn't want, because they were very strict about it. I couldn't post it earlier than that. And I explained what happened, and they gave me a second render. And that was either the Sonya or the Shang Tsung, and then I had that exclusive on it. You know what I mean? So, as someone too who gets exclusives, you don't want someone else ruining that exclusive by some leaker, like, leaks it or something and ruins your exclusive. How's it going, Andre? You have a question for me. Do you think MK1 will be more like MKSM? Yes, I do. That's basically what I've been saying. I feel like this game is going to be a lot more like Shaolin Monks, where it's an adventure game first and a fighting game second. I feel like it's going to have some sort of choose your own adventure type system where you're going to make choices that impact your character's development in the game. Yeah, that's what I reckon. No, you're all good, mate. You're all good. Yeah. I've been on for a while now. How long have I been on for? 2.5 hours, man. Yeah. I didn't even expect to be on for this long, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about the trailer a bit. And this is my new reaction layout. So I've got, for example, I've got the trailer in here that I can play. We're going to fix the chat up a bit. We're going to fix this up a bit more. Actually, this is looking pretty good, though. It's actually not too bad.
You have chosen to defy peace. Then you have chosen war with a god.
Be cool if they had MK 2021 movie skins into the game. They might. The music's so good. I love the music in this trailer. Excellent. Just excellent. I really want... See, I asked on Twitter, I really want this background, the dragon, with all the animations in it. I really want that without Lou and the logo in front. Because I posted this on Insta. And the reason I want it is because, see this dragon? I want it to be the one with all the animation, but I don't want Liu Kang or the logo here. I just want the dragon. So, at the moment, I've just made it orange, but... I don't know if I'll ever end up getting hold of that or not. I'd love to have that, though. Liu Kang looks like Dr. Han from those recent I Am a Surgeon memes. I don't know it. Have you seen the pictures of people comparing Cole's MK Dragon to the new logo? Yes, I have, actually, yes. I mentioned that a bit earlier. It looks exactly like it, doesn't it? It's like basically this exact logo is the Arcana or Cole's. It's not a birthmark, Cole. Logo. Hey, Ed Boon, how's it going, mate? Shang Tsung looks like the movie. Shang Tsung, yeah, I know. Looks like they're trying to tie it into the movie that's coming out. But I mean, they're only starting to film the second MK movie in Australia in June, which is like, what, in like 2 weeks or something. They're finally going to start filming it here. The literal plot armor. They did, but I still like the movie. But you're right, they did. They needed a catalyst. I still think it was alright. They could have killed him off, though. I'll tell you what, they could have killed him off. They could have. He could have died in the middle. That would have got all the people into, like... Well, I suppose they didn't really get to the tournament. But it would have got all the people together. Will show how long they worked on this game. Yeah. I think that's why I think it's a choose your own adventure. I think there's all these cutscenes that if you choose to be good or bad or evil, it's going to go down that path, play the cutscenes for that option, you know. Yeah, I know, but this is how it always goes. You get the teaser trailer first, and then you get your gameplay later. It's fun. And there's my boy Cole punching his frozen family in the corner. You really hate that movie, Outlaw? I didn't hate it, bro. I loved Kano in it. Fantastic. I killed the lizard man. He had some of the best lines in that movie. I'm the one who brought you to the temple. I killed the lizard man. It was funny because he was the scumbag. And he was right. He was the guy that accomplished everything for the good guys. If there was no Kano, they would have been fucked. Like, I love that irony. That was great. That was so good. You really hate it that much? No, fair enough. It definitely dips in the middle. Yeah, I know. Cole's going to bullshit. You know, I've got all the MK, you know, the pop figures. I was missing, like, I don't know, 5. And I recently bought them all, you know. And I've got them all, except that the Raidens are still on the way over. Anyway, I'm looking at that Cole figurine and I'm going, what a shit figure. And then I got the Scorpion Chase one, and it's the exact same Cole face. It's got the exact same printing, and I'm like, oh no. That was one of the rare ones that cost me like $50 as well. I'm just an orphan from Chicago. I feel bad for that actor, man. He gets shit on so hard. Just kill him off at the start of the movie. It might happen, dude. You never know. No, it should happen Annihilation style. You would never let one of your precious humans die. Trade me for Johnny Cage. Come bow at my feet. You fool. I still reckon that was awesome. I will forever defend... What is it, the first 5 minutes of the Mortal Kombat Annihilation? I will forever defend it. I love the start of it. Obviously, the Johnny Cage Shadow Kick has terrible effects. But I love what happened. I love that he invaded. I love that whole confrontation. Up until, you know, Connor's opened the portal. And then the movie starts getting weird. You know, your partner and I are going to merge into one realm. Think of us all on Earth. I love the start, though, because that's how the games were. Except in the game, Johnny Cage was killed by a centaur, not Khan. I don't want to really talk about the leaks. They could be bullshit. Everyone's talking about these bullshit leaks. I don't want to talk about them. The Krillin death. Yeah, that was great. I'm a big Dragon Ball fan, by the way. Massive Dragon Ball fan. But only Dragon Ball. Any other Dragon Ball, I don't want to know about it. I don't like Dragon Ball Z. I don't like Dragon Ball GT. I don't like any other Dragon Ball except the original Dragon Ball. I did not like Dragon Ball Z. I bought the first season and I watched it and I'm like, they lost the plot with this. They lost it. Yeah. The original Dragon Ball was fantastic. Yeah, when Krillin dies, it's like, oh, it was a monster. It came and it took a ball and a list of names of people in the martial arts tournament. And then Piccolo goes around killing all the martial artists. Lieutenant Blue with the Stare of Death. I think it was General Blue, not Lieutenant Blue. Yeah. Jackie Chan, yeah. It was Colonel Violet, General Blue, Commander Red, there was there a yellow? Oh, Colonel Silver, yes, of course, Silver, yeah. Or was he the one who had the Stare of Death, actually? It might have been Colonel Silver. It's chocolate. I watched Dragon Ball Evolution at the cinemas. I wasted cinema cash on that. I wonder if Van Damme's skin's going to be good. Look, I'll say this about the Dragon Ball Evolution movie, right? They shouldn't have made it, okay? Some of those actors representing the characters from Dragon Ball were terrible, but some were alright. The problem with that is that you just cannot, it doesn't work. You cannot squeeze 13 volumes of Dragon Ball into a 2-hour movie. It does not work. Sorry, I'm picking at my eye. Some dead skin in there. You cannot fit 13 seasons of Dragon Ball into a 2-hour movie. You cannot do it. And that's what's so good about Dragon Ball, is the story is flushed out over those 13 seasons. I love it. It tells the story so great. Goku's growing up in the first one, they're chasing the Dragon Balls. It explains all the lore, Shenron, all that. And then, in the second season, they get back together, and eventually, he keeps bumping into the Red Ribbon guys. He gets madder, and then until he goes there and just kills basically everybody, just destroys the Red Ribbon army. It's awesome. Every season has a reason or purpose. You cannot tell that in 2 hours. It doesn't work. I don't want to talk about leaks, yeah. It's could be bullshit. It happened yesterday, man. Like, literally, when this trailer came out, right before it came out, and sorry, I'm gonna put you on the spot a touch. It's not your fault though. You were just sending me the link, okay? Someone's like, oh, the first 3 seconds of the trailer's been leaked. And it was some Metallica bullshit. Some Metallica song and some crap. And, of course, it wasn't from the game at all. It wasn't from the trailer at all. Just crap. Android 8. Ada. Ariel's friend. Yep. Yeah, I remember Ada. Oh, General White. That was the other guy. General White. What was the ninja's name? Mitsurugi, was it? Something like that. I love that ninja in that tower. That ninja in that tower. If you watch the unrated version, there's a scene where he's taking a photo with these two chicks, and they're like half like putting on like the ninja outfits, they're like half naked, and then and then the guy, General White, is in command of the tower, sees this photo, and he's like, I knew I shouldn't have left you alone with my sisters or something like that. And oh fuck, that made me laugh. And he's also got this like massive porn stash under his like ninja floorboards. Dragon Ball, fantastic humor. Piccolo actor was the best in Evolution because he was an actual DBZ fan. Okay, yeah. I actually met Roshi, the guy who's Master Roshi. I met him, and honestly, he did not look anything like. I don't know. I wouldn't expect it, obviously the real guy to look like Master Roshi, but he just looked like a really average guy. But yeah, I met the real Master Roshi. I got the DVD signed. How about Oolong? He ducked in a bunch of women. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. And everyone's like, he's a terrible pig. And he was like, and they all loved him or something. They all really liked hanging out with him or something. He was, yeah, he said he was looking after him or something. Yeah, I remember that. MK11's story feels like such a drag to get through. Kinda. You met the Stranglehold? What? The Stranglehold? Is that his name? The guy who plays Roshi, I forget his name. It starts with M. Is it Michael something? Yeah, I remember the Stranglehold. I don't know what you mean by that. Great movie, Stranglehold. Based on, yeah, I meant the voice actor. What did you think I meant? No, I meant from the... Sorry, okay. We were talking about both. I meant the voice actor from the original OG Dragon Ball. I met him. Yeah. Sergeant Major Murasaki. Oh, Murasaki, not Matsurugi. Mitsurugi. Oh, sorry, Mitsurugi's... I know who Mitsurugi is. Mitsurugi's Edgeworth from Phoenix Wright. That's the Japanese name. That's what I said. Murasaki is the ninja from Dragon Ball. Mike McFarlane. Oh, that's it. Mike McFarlane. That's it. Yep. That's who I meant. Yep. Cool dude. Very cool dude. John Woo's the Stranglehold. I just watched that the other day, actually. Not the other day, like about a month ago. The original movie. Mr. Popo. Did I play the great Ace Attorney games yet? Let me answer that question for you. Let me answer that for you, mate. Did I play the great Ace Attorney games yet? Let's see. Here it is. Now, what can you tell me about this? What can you tell me about it? It's not open. It's factory sealed. Because I was working and I bought everything, and I've got all these Switch games here, man. Like, I've got so many Switch games that I bought. Hang on, another one here. Alright, these are all the ones that I've never opened. Alright, you ready? Super Mario Odyssey. Oh, I bought it. I did play this one, but this cool collectors, it came up cheap, so I bought it. Ace Attorney, Ninja Turtles: The Cowabunga Collection, Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge, sorry, and the House of the Dead. Excuse me, the House of the Dead, collector's edition. I think it's the collector's edition. It's got a lenticular. Yeah. None of them are open. I was just working all the time. Everyone was like, why aren't you making YouTube videos? Same reason. I was just working all the time. And when you work, you can't... I just can't do both. I can't do it. I get home and I'm tired. People don't understand. Oh, man. This is messy. Yeah, they're all sealed. Mate, I've got games from 2011 sealed. I swear, guys. There were games I bought when I was working in 2011 that I bought. What's that game? Dead Rising 2. The Zombrex edition. I've got that factory sealed. Never opened. I've got... what's it? Dante's Inferno. The collector's edition. Never opened. Because I played the demo and liked it and went, well, I'll get the game. And then I was just working and I just never played it. It's just been sealed the whole time. You know, so... How much are they worth? I don't know. You tell me. Do I remember my TMNT Commodore 64 review? I do. Saturn sealed. I've got, I think it's 3 Mortal Kombat Ultimate MK3s on Saturn that are sealed. Oh, 2. It'd be at least 2. No, actually, sorry, no. No, sorry, it's 1. One, an open one that's perfect. One's a sealed one. Did I ever play the remake? No, I talked about that earlier. I said it's right here. I wanted to stream it. But I was getting the same problem that I always get with PlayStation games, where it does this weird sound thing, where it's like, the game's working, you can hear it, but like, you can't hear some of the lines. Like, you hear the first line fine, like, hello, welcome to my stream, and then the second line's like, and it's like, what the fuck? It's some weird audio, 3D audio. I turn it all off, I disable all that shit, and it still acts up and plays up and is weird. So I don't know, it was doing it for Ghost of Tsushima as well, and that drove me absolutely mental. That's why I only ever tried to play Ghost of Tsushima once. I spent like an hour trying to figure out what the fuck was wrong with the game, the sound, because it was doing the same thing. Selective audio was playing. Yeah, it was really annoying. People complain about it all over the internet, you know, and there's a million different answers for it. Oh, you just do this and it fixes it. Do this and it fixes it. I tried everything with that RE4 and nothing worked. For like 2 days I was like trying to get it working and I was just like, got really fucking annoyed. I still want to stream it. I put it aside for a second, you know. Nah, not interested in RE2. I never played RE2. I know nothing about RE2. So what's on the collector's content? Do you think it's worth it this time around? Well, let's have a look. Right. Collector's content. You get 3 art prints. You get a statue, a steelbook, and the game. Okay. This is basically the same as what you got with MK11 Scorpion Mask. You get the big main statue part of it. You get... Except, you didn't get a steelbook. I don't think... No, you got a... Oh, no, you... Hang on a second. A steelbook? I don't remember now. No, the magnet went on the bottom of the mask. That's right. I don't think you got a steelbook. Correct me if I'm wrong. You got the statue, you got the magnet. You didn't get the art prints. The art prints are nice. For sure. The thing that pisses me off is that there's still no friggin' CD. How do we still have no CD? Now, what does this text down here say? It says... Liu Kang in-game color variant. So you get a skin in the game. Playable Shang Tsung character download code and some dragon crystal thing. Whatever that is. Yeah, so... I know, it's about the same as the other one. So... It is what it is. I wish they'd put a bit more in there, to be honest. Did I even boot up your Vita version of MK9? No, I didn't. Do you know why? I could never find a fucking Vita. I swear to God. I got the game in Australia illegally, you know, and then every time I went to buy a Vita, when they were still around, there was this weird, like, Vita shortage going on. Every time I went to, like, JB Hi-Fi, which is a big store, or EB Games, they never had a Vita. I kept trying to get one at the end of its life. I'm like, I need one so I can play, you know. I can do the Mortal Kombat. You know, I wanted to do a review, even. I need it so I can do a review. Like, when I bought the PSP, I've literally only ever played it a handful of times. It was mainly to do the review on the YouTube channel. It just sits in a drawer. Like, I just have no interest in PSP. I actually don't mind the system, like, the design and that, but I just wasn't into it. Anyway, I was trying so hard to get a Vita. And it just never happened. So I've got the game, but I don't have the system. Can't play the stupid thing. And then I found out the other day, and this made me even more mad. I only found this out 2 weeks ago. I was looking at it, PlayStation TV. I didn't realise that played Vita games. Otherwise, I would have bought it. And now that is a collector's item itself. Not a collector's item, I don't know. It goes for a couple $100. You know what I mean? Because he could have used that to play it. Fuck my life. Oh, I only play some? Oh, really? Oh, okay. Really? I'm glad you told me that. Does it play MK9? Do you know? Is it whitelist you need to bypass? Really? Why? Okay. I'm glad you told me this. Doesn't play MK9? I'm glad you told me that, because I was gonna try and buy one so I can review it. Because I really wanted to review the Vita version. You gotta hack it? Oh my god. Why? Well, I like hacking things. You're talking to the MK reverse engineer here. The guy who hacked all the loading screens. Remember that, guys? Did I play Ultimate MK3 WaveNet? No, man. There's no, I definitely have not played that. Hardly anybody's played that, man. You had to be in Chicago to play that. They only had, I think there were 3 machines, 3 or 4 on different locations in Chicago, and on a T1 network connection. You know what I mean? And that's the only way you could have played it, was to go to one of those locations when they had it there at the time. I do know someone who has the ROMs, though, and hasn't dumped them. Don't know if they ever want to, though. So in the MK2 retrospective, the folder exists, Melon Matt. It does. It's on the old system. There's a folder called MK2 retrospective. I look at it sometimes and I go, I never did that. I don't know, it just seems silly to do it, like, now. And that's why I was getting weird. They kept putting stuff out about MK2, so that even made me not want to do it as well. I didn't want to do the video and then something new comes out, you know what I mean? And especially since I found that this is Mortal Kombat 1 screen in Mortal Kombat 1. I know it's in Mortal Kombat 2 for a fact. I know that screen exists. in Mortal Kombat 2 in text and in image. And if I did do a retrospective, I think that should be part of it. You know what I mean? But I haven't been able to find it. You know, so I know it's in there though. They did that because Vita games had tons of touch gimmick bullshit. Ah, okay. Patch games to whitelist them. No devs cared enough to do it. Oh, okay. Is that what happened? Oh, God. The streets still need it. Tough originally had brain rip fatality in MK2. Cage. Well, I guess technically they put it in Deadly Alliance, except he spears the brain out. Oh, man. This puts in the 3D era. Yeah, I didn't even think of that really. Hang on, didn't they? I thought they did in MKX. MK had the highest views out of all the fighting game trailers. Which MK? Oh, PS2 era. Ah, right, yeah. Another Bicky. Street Fighter and MK in the same year. Isn't Tekken coming out too? Same year for fighting games. But you know what? Where's another Killer Instinct game, mate? Part of me thought this really could be an MK Killer Instinct game. And an old staff member from NetherRealm, she left and went to Iron Galaxy in Chicago, who were making the Killer Instinct games. Connection. Although it's like when what's his name? Hector Sanchez with the MK team. And he went to Santa Monica Studios who make God of War. I thought for sure Kratos was going to come back. Oh yeah, maybe so. Atashi maybe. What? Hang on, are you talking about the tall one? Or just a normal jewel case? Oh, yeah, it's the one, yeah. Yeah, that one's rare, man. In Australia, that was cardboard. It's really weird. It's like this cardboard. I've got it. But I never got it brand new. I got it like second hand. I think I got it from a video store, so it's trashed. The box has like got sun fade and the manual's been like flipped through a million times, you know. I've actually got Killer Instinct on Super Nintendo factory sealed from America, and that's worth about $900 US. That's probably my most valuable game I've got. Didn't Tobias start doing things with WB? I thought he did. And he could still be doing something on this game, I reckon. This seems to have a deep mythology, and that's what he's good at. You want the Jean-Claude Van Damme skin? Well, you won't have to wait that long. Like 3 and a bit months. Kratos with cameo character boy. You know, I've got the game. God of War 4. I've got it. I haven't played it. That's another game I've got factory sealed that I haven't played. Last of Us Part 2, factory sealed. Haven't played it. Sort of don't want to play that one though. Gotta be honest. Okay, 1 to 3 trilogy on GOG. 1 and 2 are damn near unplayable with the controller. Oh yeah, yeah. Is this game gen exclusive? How is the Switch phone going to work? Good question, Xenobite. They've outsourced the Switch production to another company. What was their name? I closed it. What was it? What the hell? No, I'll look it up again. Just trying to use my brain, but my brain no longer works. Like Divisive or something? Something like that. Something. Let's have a look. Here we go. Oh yeah, Q-Lock, of course. Q-Lock, Shiver. Shiver Entertainment and Saber Interactive are doing the Switch version. There you go. The S's. Q-Lock's doing the PC, Steam and Epic Games Store version. You know, let's take a moment to talk about the big failure, Google Stadia. Fuck me. What a failure of a console that was. I don't have it, by the way, at all. I never had faith in that console. I never had faith in it. And even some of my friends went, nah, man, that's the future. You just play the game. And I went, no, it's not how games work. I'm like, no. And then no one played it. No one touched it. There was even an MK on Stadia. Yeah. Excuse me. Takes away ownership. Yeah, exactly. I love owning my games and my Blu-rays, DVDs, music CDs. You know. As much space as this stuff takes up, I still love owning it. Latency issues, yeah. Said it wasn't even a console, it was just a browser. Yeah, I know, right? It was. I still can't believe they pushed that. I can't believe they did it. I mean, Google could have had a console, man, that would have been good, like in the traditional vein of consoles, but They had to make it do the Google version. We made it simpler, like, you know, blah blah. If they had just said we're making a console, and it's going to be our design and our user interface, you know, and did something, could have been awesome. I still maintain the best console interface, Xbox 360, the Blades. That was the glory days, man. 2006. The best. Absolute best. This PlayStation showcase is dope next week. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. When is that? Does anyone have a date on that, by the way? That dashboard was the best, easily. Yep. The avatars. Oh yeah, the avatars was alright. That's the one I think still currently on there. It's the 24th? Okay. 24th. Have to keep an eye out for the times and that. See if they say something about Mortal Kombat on it. Mortal Kombat. Check something here. Combo Breaker. Yeah, okay. They're probably going to have stuff on everything. They said it's going to be a pretty dense media campaign. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I think I've exhausted the rest of this, what the stream was about, though. I mean, I've explained the trailer to you guys, and basically, you know, I believe it's like a choose your own adventure. I believe that's it, you know, and I guess I'm going to wrap the stream up because I feel like I'm not really giving you any more information or any more sort of what I think's going on with the game ideas. Yeah. Yeah, he did. Atashi was going to be Marcus from Gears of War. No, he was going to have Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War. Yeah. He could have been murdered. Marcus gets horribly murdered in Gears of War. I think Ed's pretty good friends with Cliff Bleszinski as well. Yeah. Yeah, Ed's quite good friends with Cliffy B. But Cliffy B's quit the gaming industry. In fact, I saw a tweet from him tonight. It said, and people wonder why I quit making games. You know. I tried to meet Cliffy B, like, because I loved Gears of War. And it never happened. I've got photos, like, so close, like... I was in the Microsoft booth, and I asked if I could go over a word with Cliffy, and they literally said no. Like I shouldn't have even asked. I should have just gone up to him and went, hey man, how's it going? You know. But yeah, like literally like in the same room, like 2 meters away. You know. Yeah, it was weird time. E3 2008. But yeah, no, I loved Gears of War. Loved it. I just wanted to tell him how much I loved Gears of War. Like, I thought he did such a cool idea with that game. Just sick. Now, well, you're at a press event, Atashi. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, I didn't want to. I assumed, and this is where I stuffed up. I assumed he was busy. giving interviews to other people, and I was basically asking to go speak to him because I thought he was doing all these interviews. And hang on a second, security cameras have just caught something outside my house. Let's have a look. See. That's all good. Okay. Yeah, I assumed he was busy doing interviews with other people, but they said no, and he was just standing there. Like, you know, that's why you should never ask. You should never tell PR what you're doing, ever. I'm going to give you guys a tip. Never, ever divulge to PR what you're doing. Never ask if it's okay to share something. Just do it. Okay? Don't ask. And if it's a problem, they'll tell you to take it down. You know? they'll come up and tell you. You know what I mean? You say, oh, sorry. Just be cool about it. You know? Sorry, I didn't know. You know? That's it. That's how you do it. That's how you play the game. Basically, he was just standing there like, why won't anyone talk to me? Because when we were at E3 in LA, it was a cut down version of E3. This was in 2008, right? We were there for MKDC as well, and the Microsoft booth, it had a couch there, and on the end of the couch was a sign post. When I say a sign post, just like one of those metal chrome. It's got a round base and a stick, and then you got like the little frame that has like an A4 thing for you know, to put an A4 piece of paper in it, and it just said Gears of War 2 on it, and it had that key art of Gears of War 2, it's a red background, and Marcus is in like a black outline, and he's like chainsaw something. It was just that was it. You know. Hey Mega, how's it going? Yeah, Microsoft are weird, dude. They did give me a B-roll tape though. I wonder if those B-roll tapes will be worth anything one day. For you guys, you might not know this, but these press events, these game companies have B-roll tapes, and B-roll tape either has trailers and B-roll on it, and they're usually beta. It's a broadcasting format, so for you guys, you might not know this, but VHS and beta were at war in the home market. Beta sort of stuck around in the industry for broadcasters. They had Beta SP, which was like a small tape, and then the full beta tapes. So for Mortal Kombat Armageddon, I've got the full beta tape from Midway. They sent it to me for broadcasters. And for MKDC, they had the small beta tape, or they had the HD beta tape, which was a different format again. And I asked for both, and she said I could only have one. And I was like, oh, I wanted both beta tapes so bad. So I picked the HD one. But all that was on these was the trailer. You've seen it all. Like the normal trailer, or a bit of B-roll gameplay. Nothing really exciting, but I still think it's a cool item. It's got like all the trailers for everything they're showing at that E3, you know so... Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. It's been fun. I've given you basically all my thoughts on the trailer. So I'm hoping to do more of these reveal or chat streams as the game goes along. This is going to be the layout for it. I'm pretty happy with this. Actually, looks pretty good. Outworld might be able to do something with the chat he said for me. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me and talking and listening to my crap, for last few hours, I'm excited to see where this game goes. This is such a different type of game, so yeah, appreciate it. Thanks to the mods, of course, for hanging out. Atashi, Outworld. Appreciate you guys. And yeah, I will see you soon. Some unboxing videos. Unbox what, dude? Oh, and thanks to the gentleman who gave me that donation. Appreciate that. Oh, what's his name? What's the dog's name? Oh, it's gone. I thanked him at the time. I've forgotten his name. Yeah, appreciate whoever gave me that donation. It all helps. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon. And yeah, thanks. Peace.